with my buddy Dash for this episode of Double Take. Dave, how I just said joined by Dash, but we're joined by Dash
Talking
and
in
Dave.
the third person.
Third
That's
person.
weird.
The way you feel.
Welcome everybody. Today is a Wednesday, 5:30 Eastern time, and if you know what we do on Wednesdays at 5:30, we have some shenanigans planned. And if you're new and you don't know, sit down. I'm wearing a beanie. Dave's wearing a tinfoil hat. Shit's about to get real. But anyways, without further ado, welcome to this week's episode of the Tinfoil Hat Show with a special guest, and he will be here. Don't worry. He did have some last minute errands he has to do, and he will come in hot, heavy, and steamy.
Oh man, he is so sweaty. He's Calabrese, so it's gonna be so sweaty.
But Dave, how are you, buddy? Before we get a little bit too lost in the sweat.
I'm doing all right. Just in case you guys are wondering, I am not petting myself. Ellen's head is right here. You just can't see her. So sorry for looking awkward. Not that I mean the hat and glasses didn't really throw you off in the first place, but just the extra added petting effect layered in tonight as well.
I didn't realize it until you said it too, that you're just like, hey, here we go. First conspiracy theory. Dave strokes it during the So yeah, guys, this week we're gonna have a couple of things. We'll talk about Sir SMS and him wanting to come back. I know some of you guys sent the Henderson stuff. We'll react to that as well. I kind of want to get Sam to react to that potentially. We'll also, again, if you don't know who Sam is, Sam will talk to you guys as well. We've got, as Dave says, German Dave says, we got a lot of shit that's going on in Discord that you guys gave us for this week to react to.
So much, and it's all over the place. Like you guys didn't put it in the Wednesday file, you put it in the everything file.
Yeah, there's like general, then there's the news transfer chat, and then there's the Wednesday chat, and yikes, we're like, if we don't get to everything, we do apologize, but there is a lot of stuff, and I think we should just, every show just start with the thing. May the Vanya be with all of you guys. As the force with you, may the Vanya be with you. All right, so I am going to pull the first article that we will cover here, and it was submitted by Vlad in the middle of the night, because Vlad always likes to send us stuff in the middle of the night. All right, first order of business. This is a tweet from Pueblo Juve that Vlad sent us, and Eurofoot has also talked about it as well. Some of you folks might have seen this, some of you have not, so this might be the first time seeing it, but a familiar face has entered the fray of the Mercato for the summer, not now.
It will never die.
SMS. Sergei Milinkovic-Savic estará docentado. And so, why am I reading this in Spanish?
Well, because you're on theme.
No mames, pero no era español, pendejo. Okay, so SMS would be happy in Saudi Arabia and would have already expressed his willingness and his end to his experience in Al Hilal. It sounds like he's just getting a really bad handy. Like his bad experience sounds like just really bad sex in a relationship that he just feels like leaving.
Well, maybe it is, because is it the wives? Is it like what is it, right?
Then give him the 32 wives you promised on the initial deal.
Well, yeah. Anyways, you have to listen to Sam's podcast. I haven't even listened to it all yet. It came out this morning, so hopefully you guys, if you are following him already, you've caught it, because he goes on quite a long rant on SMS. So hopefully he does come in while we're still kind of on the point.
We'll go back to it. Don't worry.
Yeah, but his thing, and I kind of agree with it, because I have seen this, is it's the wives. And especially, well, no, because you think about it, right? The human rights issues, and we'll try to like not get too deep into the weeds with things here.
We have the we have the Henderson thing too, so we can
and the Henderson, yes. So there's outside influences. Let's put it that way. I'll let Sam go on his rant if he wants to elaborate on it, because I mean, it is more so his idea. But there's outside influences clearly, because SMS in this case, he was making 20 million euros net per season. Where else? Where else do you make that? Like, unless you're Ronaldo, Mbappe, Messi. You know what I'm saying? For like an SMS to make 20 million net a season, and he's there for 6 months, so he's made 10 million, and then done. That's it.
Yeah, it's
3 years and 6 months.
I mean, that's the thing with Saudi. The reason, speaking of which, we have not caught up with it. Have we caught up with the chat?
Mostly. Yeah, Benzema.
Boys, yeah, Benzema as well. Ronaldo's wifey ain't too happy about it either. And German Dave says, "Get that shit out of here. I do not want a guy who repeatedly, although he desperately wanted to go to Juve and chose the Saudi over us." Right, because Farhad posted this in our WhatsApp. He's like, "Hey guys, SMS back to Juve," and it's like, dude, I'm kind of dead with him at this point with SMS, right? Because it's like, think about it, guys. Let's be honest here with SMS. How many times has he had the option to let his contract run out and then join Juve? 2 or 3 times. What did he do? He renewed with Lazio and then went to Saudi. Like, that to me kind of tells me. And then also, because this article didn't cover it, he wants to go back to Lazio.
Yes, that's like, what? Really?
Like,
really? And like, is that even a smart thing to say? Because unless there's already an agreement there, but like, where's that money coming from?
Well, yeah, especially like, for example, you mean to tell me this dude is going to take what? He's at, you said 19, Dave? Correct me if I'm wrong.
20.
So you think he's going to take a pay cut from 20 million a season to go back for low titties over there? I'm not even going to call him his name, low titties, because that's how he is. To go play for low titties for 4, maybe 3 million a season. Are you joshing me? You punking me right now?
It's bullshit. It's not happening. I cannot, unless he's like in his heart of hearts, or his wife is just like, this is what you're doing.
Well, I need to go to Lazio. I need to go to Rome.
And like, do you really think so? I learned today as well, thanks to Sam, that his wife's a doctor. She's an intelligent woman. Do you think Rome would be the choice?
It's got to be Palermo. Go to Palermo.
Well, it is.
No,
I would actually go to Lecce if I had to choose.
If I was making 20 million a season, I would just move to Sardinia and just be done with it, right? Just retire.
To the island?
Yeah, live in Sardinia.
Oh man, that place is a whole different world.
Oh, it's the Italy Ibiza. Where was it? Here's a great comment. Frankie says, SMS just wants to come and play with Sadi's Bulls. That could be it.
Perhaps.
They're just weird asphyxiation with Lazio players. And sorry, man. I don't know. Like, it's just weird. Sal coming in back from vacation. Welcome back, buddy. We missed you. Sal says, I view SMS like I do Berardi. Never pushed to play at a big club. So why would I want his sloppy seconds?
That's a fair point.
That is a very good point. So the reason why I'm kind of really dead when it comes to this is, so you may have listed a new transfer target. Dave also said it in the chat, but I'm just gonna throw the article out here from David's favorite website, Black and White All Over, before you just scoff and facepalm epically. Report Juve tap to Coop Miners as they top summer transfer target. So I believe that they're going to be working on this once the Mercato is done. With things looking like it's very quiet in the January transfer window for Juventus, there is something that the Italian press is starting to pivot toward. And it's not any sort of last-ditch move to solidify the squad vastly better than it is. Instead, it involves speculation around the next summer transfer window and where they'll spend the money. So that being said, the speculation is already underway.
No, we're Australian.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just, I feel like when I read this article, it feels like that, right? I don't know. And Palermo is very dope.
Yeah, well, he is Sicilian, so obviously
biased.
I'm biased, but no, I'm sure. I don't know if I've been to Sicily. I don't know if I've been to Palermo though, specifically. So I can't comment.
Yeah. So right now it says Juve are preparing a bid of 40 million plus bonuses for the 25-year-old Dutchman who has scored 5, recorded 3 assists so far this season. Theory behind this: Juve will work with the Atalanta front office to try to get into pole position for Coop Miners in the next couple of weeks. There is hope that they will be able to fend off potential Premier League interest, according to DiMarzio. And again, you guys can view DiMarzio how you want. I am just the messenger. Don't shoot me. He says to beat the competition, contacts have intensified starting from February 3rd, which is ironic because February 3rd has not happened yet. Coop Miners assigned till 27, subject to plenty of rumors during last summer's transfer window. Atalanta kept hold of one of their biggest assets and look to now cash in on more of the player that they paid for 15 mil. With Champions League qualification becoming more and more likely for next season, addressing the midfield will be more and more likely. Dude, it's practically sold at this point. Addressing it, Coop Miners will intensify. So Coop Miners, in my opinion, I think you move on from SMS. Like that to me is just get that out of my face. I don't give a damn. Let it go.
Yeah, you have younger, more competitive options.
I mean, Coop Miners is 25 years old. So that fits right there what you are looking for.
Yeah, getting right into his prime, really.
Yes.
Samardich, younger profile, a fair bit cheaper.
So that's the question I have that I'm going to throw it into the chat as well, right? You have Coop Miners and you have Samardich. What does that mean for Fajoli?
I think Fajoli still has a spot. I think perhaps what we're trying to do, well, there's depth. Rabiot is not 100%, and we see what we get when he's not healthy. So I almost feel the better choice is you get Samardich, who's younger, to vice as a Rabiot and rotate them a bit. I don't know. Like, depends on what Rabiot does, right? I think maybe that is a move. And that's the thing. We don't know what the overall picture is either. Assuming it's for right now, January, we have to assume a 3-5-2. If we're talking about June, what formation? What are we building? So that kind of just dictates which profile really we want to be going for at this point.
Look, I mean, as far as the position that he plays in, I think he's done well this season. Not bad at all. I mean, Atalanta play in a 3-5-2. That's kind of how they do things in a sense. He is, as far as, and this might piss people off, as far as Lazar, I think Coop is a bit ahead of Lazar, in my opinion, as far as just capability, right? Ability.
Yeah, like he's more polished.
Yeah, at the moment, he's more polished, right?
And this is the thing. It's 40 mil plus bonus, whereas Samardich is apparently 25 with some bonuses thrown in. So a difference of about 15 mil.
Which, in my opinion, I think it's good that Juve are starting to build a short list. Just because you're having that short list, you have options, and clubs won't string your nuts along in a sense. Like, for example, Sassuolo. How about Pogback?
And that,
somebody watched
that's
it.
a thing, though. That's a thing.
That is a thing.
Can't forget that. We keep on forgetting it because we haven't seen him. He's out of sight, out of mind. But Pog may be back. And then what then? We don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. And if we don't make any moves, we know in February Pogba is having his trial that should reduce the sentence to 6 months, which basically means he's coming back almost right away. I mean, I'm sure he has to reintegrate. It might be another month or so. But if they know, like if they have the inside information on that Pog's back, what are we going to do? Are we going to buy anybody? Probably not. We got Pogba. We got to start paying him.
I know, right? You would have to. You're
not getting rid of him. It's too late to get rid of him because February.
Unless Saudi come in, but I don't know. So because I'm looking at Lazar, dude. Lazar and Coop Miners essentially have nearly, as far as like rating as performance wise, I think Coop just out edges him a little bit.
Sure,
just a little bit.
But what's the ceiling? And I
I
have
think so, right? Well, no,
a
it's
feeling Samarditch might have a higher ceiling overall.
Dave. I don't even think the ceiling is the concern, right? Like, I think what you need to look at is risk and purchasing power, right? Because,
Mhm.
like, for example, Coop is probably going to fetch you 50 because the bonuses, right? I'm assuming the bonuses are 10, something around 5 to 10 million,
Yeah,
and the
and
contract. And
that's pretty heavy.
so, like, the contract too. So let's just do this as pure speculation, ladies and gentlemen. So, like, for example, I'm going to say Coop is going to give you maybe 50 agent fees, contracts, shenanigans, Allegri hand jobs, Mama Rabiot smooches, and all that equates to 50-55 mil. Lazar right now would probably be 30 million at the highest. And Lazar is 4 years younger than Coop Myers. And according to the rating scale, Coop is at a 7.42, Lazar is at a 7.16 with 300 less minutes, mind
Yeah,
you.
so it's like is it worth the premium is what it comes to.
So the thing that you're paying with the Coopster is that you're essentially air quotes a finished product or somewhat finished product, polished enough to the point where it's getting there, which I think it was Vlad in the chat recently that just made the comment. Be very careful when purchasing players from Atalanta. There is a very hefty disclaimer because Atalanta as a squad is very system oriented. Because a lot of Atalanta players that have been sold have not equated to what they've done at Atalanta. Because this is where I give Atalanta very big props to Gasparini and their club, how they organize shit. Atalanta have a system where they bring in players for discounts, they fit a role, they do well in that role because the system keeps them covered in that role, and then they flip them, they sell them.
Tony Trim coming in. This guy's everywhere.
I know.
I've seen you on BetBase channel. I've seen you on AJC. You're here now. This guy gets around. He's also being Reno. I mean, that's I think how we all came together. Yes, Reno, of course. So welcome, Tony.
So yeah, Coop has the versatility, right? It's not like, for example, I'm not saying that I want to make this perfectly clear. None of these two players are bad. I'm not saying one's trash or one's, they both essentially are forward playing midfielders in a sense. They are that 8, that technical 8.
It's the price to performance ratio you're looking at, right?
It's the risk and what you have. Because, for example, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I'm speculating now. If you were to purchase Coop Myers and you renew Rabiot, which I would be shocked if Juve and Rabiot don't come to an agreement for a 3-year or a 4-year deal. That's me just being, I'm keeping it a buck with you guys. If that doesn't happen, either Rabiot's mom has officially dumped Allegri and is moving on to bigger and better pastures, or some shit happened. Because think about it this way. If you have Coop, you have Locatelli, and then you have Rabiot, where do you put Fagioli? Right? If Fagioli is this gem, not this gambling addiction PR that they tried pulling with him, if he's not just that goober, if they do that to me concerns me where they value Fagioli on the pecking order.
Well, you still need depth as well, right? We are going to the Champions League. That's like all but secured at this point.
Going to need it, right? Of course. But, like, for example, you have McKennie, then you have Hans, you have Fagioli, possibly Pogba, right? Like that's one of those things where it's just I don't, to be honest,
something will have to move.
They do, right? But that's the question, right? And then I forgot Miretti as well.
Miretti's going on loan. He's got it.
I think he's out the door, right? So, and then Baranachea, that's another player that's
I don't think he's gonna be a Juve player.
Part of me is thinking Juve are pulling smoke and mirrors with Coop just so Coop goes to the Prem. Because if Juve are not, because there's no way in hell.
Now that's a tinfoil hat take.
That is I got to play the music for it. But that's going to be, in my opinion, I think Juve might be doing some shenanigans to outprice it. Because, like, for example, Juve did not just obstruct Napoli's deal just for them not to go for Samarditch and go for Coop. Like, that to me makes no sense, right?
But you got it.
I got it. There we go. I'm very, very skeptical of that, right? Part of me thinks because Giuntoli has been a little bit petty in the transfer market in the winter, right? Because Inter's like, hey, we want Jello. We need a strong left-footed center back to come in. And then Juve's like, do you? Okay, he's ours now. And then same thing with Napoli and Samardich. Because Napoli like, hey, Zelinski's out and he's going to Inter. We need a midfielder that kind of does something like that. And then Juve's like, hey, De Laurentiis, hey, remember the Scudetto of honesty?
Oh man.
Eat a dick. So I don't
Speaking of
think-
Napoli, Chirdo's in the chat.
Who? Oh, Gompachiro?
Yeah, we call him Chirdo now because it's too much
Chiro?
Japanese for me to say.
Chiro!
Yeah, so I called him
Gompachiro!
Chirdo, which I mean Chirdo's the most Neapolitan name, so
Samardich could be great for Juve if he could just turn to shit no in between. Vlad says Ten Hag will go for Coop. I could see that. Dave says
Ten Hag shouldn't have a job anymore.
Ten Hag should be at the unemployment line with all the goobers that were yelling at me and Dave. We should get Ten Hag for next season. Fire Allegri. Ten Hag's amazing. He's gonna play offensive hipster football.
He's been hurt. This is from the summer. He's still hurting.
Oh, I'm still triggered about that shit. That shit irritated the hell out of me.
Josh is saying everyone's playing for Saudi.
Everybody will go to Saudi.
Everyone's coming back from
Saudi.
Saudi. I don't know, man.
LJJ says, I still don't believe we're going to pay $50 million to replace Rabiot, which
Yeah,
can
that's
remain-
the problem.
I-
And he
well,
knows that too, right? Just keep on
right.
Give me 10 mil.
Coop isn't gonna be what Rabiot is.
No.
I don't think so. And
I mean, Rabiot is
he is
he is
a crazy horse.
he is the profile. Other
he is-
people model their play style after Rabiot.
And their hair too. It's just when I look at it, I would be shocked if Juve don't renew Rabiot. How integral he is to the squad. Like it just for me, it's just it doesn't make logical sense to me there, right? Because it's just like, what? Like, why would you let that piece? Because you've seen the playoff or the play drop off after he's not on the pitch versus when he's on. That to me shows that he's an integral player. I mean, especially with the coach trusting him. I see the idea of what they're doing with Coop, but part of me is I think Giuntoli is shithousing everybody. Like I'm very on that train at this point from the past transfer dealings and the moves that I've seen. I just really, really think it's just an exclusive shit house. Like it is just, I don't know. It's just don't never let them know your next move, right? So it's like, hey, we're going for Coop, and then everyone's like, whoa, shit, you guys going for Coop, and then the Premier League's like, hey, we'll pay 80 million, we'll pay this because here's one of the things that I need to also give Atalanta credit for. They fleece the living shit out of the Premier League. They seriously do. Like they sold, what's that one guy, that Belgian guy that we were linked to at the beginning of the season that was a fullback? They sold him to Leicester City for like 30 million. I forgot his name. Beans? No. Something. Timmy. Castagne.
Yeah, Castagna. Chestnuts. Timmy
Chestnuts. Timmy Chestnuts.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, because we got Timmy Weah, so we got the other Timmy. Timmy Chestnuts. They fleeced Leicester City out of 30 million for that guy. Should I talk about Romero? That defender that can't defend, but it just bites people, or he's like the Luis Suarez of defenders in a sense, where he just doesn't know how to defend, and just kicks the shit out of people. Fleeced Tottenham near 60 million for that.
You guys have so much pent up rage.
Douglas Costa's post game Ten Hag career.
I think Sal will never forgive Ten Hag for giving Murda a lifeline by giving them 50 mil for Onana.
Dude, he got benched. He got benched in the African Cup of Nations.
He did.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Frankie, I think it was Frankie that
so
posted
bad.
it on there. For me, Coop is a copy paste of Rabiot who can also take pens. Yeah, but you have Dusan apparently that's going to be taking them. I can make them now, hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Helicopter says Ten Hag, what a fraud, but but he will get
Not
sacked
French.
soon by the new chief once they found proper replacement. Gompachiro says home.
So
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few coaches looking for jobs right now, are there not?
Yeah, Jose Mourinho.
Don't forget Conte.
Somebody, who was it? Was it IFTV that said it? Jose Mourinho to go to Napoli?
Oh yeah, they had I didn't even get to watch it yet.
I-
that YouTube video.
Stay, as Stephen A. Smith would say, stay off the weed.
No, you know what? Actually, I did try to watch it last night and the volume was super low. And I was just like, man, you're at this point in your YouTubing career, and you
What,
can't.
did Farhad produce their broadcast or something?
I mean, may as well have, right? So I was
The petty bus has no ends. Ten Hag won't get sacked. He is the Glazers' yes man. And then Frankie says Castagne. Jeff says Chestnuts will play for Saudi. Sonia Timothy, thank you guys. Atalanta are the Brighton of Serie A. Yes, they do. Yes, they are. Very much so. At least we fleeced Atalanta for Demiral, and then Atalanta proceeded to fleece Saudi for Demiral. They got 20 million from a Saudi club for him.
Yeah, that's why.
Onana always had problems with his national team. Mourinho back to United Part 2. I am Jose Mourinho. Anura peaked under Mourinho. That is so true. They actually did.
Would they? They should. I would love it.
OJJ says it gets funny. I watch it sometimes. This is a good question. Pierre asks us, Berenachea, loan, sell, or keep?
I'm kind of starting to lean to a sell. I don't know if he's gonna make the cut above the rest of them. I haven't seen enough to really say that yes, like over Moretti, over Fajoli, over Hans. I just don't know if he's gonna cut the mustard at the end of the day, right? So he's riding high right now with Frosinone. You might be able to capitalize on that. So might be good business.
You know, I'm gonna probably go the pussy route, as people would call it. I'm gonna say this. This is my elaborate tinfoil hat theory. And then Vincenzo says, "Was the volume off on the clips I posted on Discord?" No, I listened to them. They sounded well.
I don't know. I was watching on my TV through the Xbox and no problems with anything.
He went through all of them and just like, nope, none of them not working.
Well, no, like when I tried to watch, I didn't go through the links on Discord if that's what I was asking. Last night, I actually
so he made clips and he threw them on Discord.
Yeah, but I haven't had time. I was going to watch it last night when I had time because I legitimately want to watch it. And I mean, I watch a whole ton of shows, YouTube, whatever, on, I mean, my TV through my Xbox, but that one video was just like, couldn't understand him. I was like, screw you. You're done. I'm moving on. I got better things to watch.
You're done. I'm moving on. So
I mean, I was getting ready to fall asleep watching the television, so I needed to get on with things, right?
Just the sound of Gaetano and Antonio's voice puts Dave to sleep. He just loves to get serenaded by those guys. No, I love Antonio. Antonio's probably my favorite. He's like I love the one take where he was like talking about the Super Cup, and he's like, "You're trying to promote soccer in Saudi. You're trying to promote Italian football, and you give 2 soft yellows to Simeone." And then they're like, whoa. The ref was giving red yellows to everybody. Like, oh my God, come on. Can we? This isn't really a conspiracy theory. There's actual empirical data here. Can we actually acknowledge the fact that compared to every other Serie A team, Inter have received the least amount of yellow cards per fouls? They have conceded an average to above average amount of offenses and have gotten the least amount of yellow cards. Can we sit here and just be honest here? Can we not sit here and be like, oh, no. What are you talking about? They're giving cards to everybody. Like, stop it. I'm not going to sit here and whine and bitch about it, but like, it's one of those things where when you're blatantly disregarding it because, you know, they're Paramount and Inter shirt sponsors pay each other's bills in a sense because, you know, thanks to Paramount, Inter's not bankrupt. One job, you schmucks. Come on, guys. Look at the data. They've committed a decent amount of fouls, least amount of yellow cards. And look, I hate Napoli. I don't really care for Napoli, right? They don't mean shit to me. But Napoli, highest amount of offenses, highest amount of yellow cards. Where you have
I started a poll there for Berenachea.
Okay.
Keep sell loan, so we can get the data on that.
Yeah, and it's just he was sweating bullets. Yeah, because that's his employer. He's secretly paid by them.
Oh, Forza Calcio. Well, he gave me a message. He's alive at least.
He said he's coming. He should be coming. He should be coming. Look, so I kind of want to go back to the youths before we get into like this annoying rant about them. Whatever. Look, you're going to have a bunch of youngsters that are coming in. Berenachea, Kyle, George, Sule. I'm going to go on this take. This is going to be my take on this because everyone's sitting here thinking because they're doing well at Frosinone, they deserve to start at Juve, right? I'm going to say this. So here's what I want. If I was Allegri, what I would do for the summer tour. Doosan doesn't play. All the players like your main starting 11 don't play at all this season. Not at all. What you're going to do for the summer tour, you're going to take all of your loanees, all of the players that you've loaned. So I'm saying players that you might loan or players, that are fighting for roster spots. You have them all duke it out in the summer tournament. Whichever one of those makes the cut through the summer tournament stays on the first team, because we have too many loanees, too many next gen players, too many players coming in through the system. And in my opinion, if you can't carve a place for yourself during the summer tour, you don't deserve to be on the starting. You don't deserve to be on the first team. Like you don't. Like I'm going to keep it a buck for you. Like for example, and this will probably piss people off when I say this, but if Sule comes back and he doesn't perform well during the summer tour, why would you keep him? That to me shows he's not trying to.
He's getting up there in value as well.
Exactly. You cash in on it.
He's at least 25, but I think you can snag a 30 easy.
You can. Oh, no, you can for sure. That's why I'm saying it. Same thing with, like, for example, Berenachea as well. It's like you can fetch pretty pennies for these guys. I'm really on, and same thing. I believe Coney de Winter is also on loan. I don't think he's been purchased as well. But we'll invite him in just a moment. But like, think about it in that perspective. And there he is.
Welcome in.
Yes, gentlemen. How's it going? I'm defecating. How are you?
This is a thing you do, apparently.
It's like, dude, that's like the intro right now. Everybody, please welcome our guest. He is the master of the pod. He will pod in his kitchen, pod in his patio, pod on your girl, and pod in the shitter. Sam Adamo.
This is hardly a pod. I mean, this is a sorry excuse to the profession right now. I'm in landscape mode. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm in portrait mode. Like the Mona Lisa right now. I can't even get into landscape. I will not be doing the entire rest of the show on the can. I'm on it right now. I just got back in. I told Dave I'd be able to join a little later, and so
I mean, you could have done this.
I got in, and I can't control nature, and I had to run to the bathroom. I thought,
I would have understood. It's okay.
So, Sam, the viewers have a couple of remarks for you. They say, Sam is taking a massive inter right now.
Oh,
nice.
The other one says, welcome, Sam. I hope you have an inter shirt to wipe.
Nice. Nice and petty. That's what we expect on a Juve fan channel. That's what this is. All right. Let's get your jabs in. Get them in.
Vincenzo says, I cannot wait for the Calcio. We owe you an explanation for that bit because Farhad pulled the awkward dad, like the awkward like comedy dad, and just played the bit with no context. And I listened to that and I'm like, oh God, that's so awkward.
Right. Yeah, you gotta know a little bit about the Bordello pod lore, which not many people do. Pardon me, I'm just about to run some water to wet the toilet paper because it's a game changer. I don't feel like pulling out the wet wipes because I got one hand here, so I can't open up the wet wipes. Yeah.
It's you got to be careful because you could start the debate of do you wipe upwards or downwards, dude. I think we did that one time. We literally had like a 30-minute segment with people debating on it.
Listen, man. There was that black and gold, white, or what was that? White and gold or black and blue dress like 10 years ago. That was a big debate. You remember that?
Oh,
Any
yeah.
debate where half the society says one thing and half the society says another, I automatically have questions because I remember distinctly being in the black and blue crowd on that one. And I was right because my eyes don't deceive me ever. And I found out that the white and gold people were just kind of being fooled by the optical illusion. Ever since then, I've realized that when society is split down the middle, you have people that are right and people that are wrong. I apply that exact notion in all of my politics as well. It's very productive. And so, when it comes to wiping, clearly you have people that are more evolved and some people that aren't. Some people that are closer to the lower primates than, people like me who wipe front to back. If I had a vagina and I wipe back to front, it would be a problem.
Sure.
We are supposed to wipe front to back. If you don't, I don't believe that you. I can't trust you with anything. It's a wild decision to wipe back. It doesn't even make physical sense. You understand that in order to do that, it's so much more of a production. You need to get up and wipe between your own legs. The toilet's there for you. To reach behind, you're sitting down. Don't stand up. I don't know, man.
Oh man.
Bidet too. You're wiping your ass. You back, front to back. To go back to front requires you to do a reach around. That's crazy. I never even thought about how it worked until now. I'm talking it out and realizing how people could do it. That's the only way it's physically possible, which makes it even more preposterous.
Some people are more
Anyways,
flexible though.
taboo.
Like maybe it's not a problem.
What?
Some
If
people
you're
are more
flexible, right? Like if you can get your arm back in those
So
spots.
I know which camp you were in. That is one of my guys. He's in my.
Listen, what my problem is I'm paranoid of having that. You're at work, you know, you're moving around, you're starting to sweat a little bit, and you're like, crap, I didn't wipe enough.
Right.
So I make sure I go the other direction to make sure there's nothing like left in the cracks.
Okay, you get a full. It's like painting. You go in circles.
Picasso, I like it.
Because the worst is like being out in the middle of the job and it's like, man, I missed a wipe.
Yeah. And that shit chafes and rashes. Oh, you're fucked for the rest
It's
of
not
the day.
cool, man.
I mean, you guys won't know this, but just out of respect, I feel I should let you know that for a second there, my dong was out. You didn't see it, but it was out.
Well, naturally, yes.
I'm gonna connect to a better mic. Don't worry. I mean, I have no mic right now, and it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be as good as the regular one, but it looks professional because it's a clip-on. So I feel like I'm in
wow,
the studio.
fancy.
That's
Hey, so you know what? While you get ready, Dave has something that he wants you to talk about. So you can
Yeah, no problem. Let's talk about where the bodies are buried. That's what the show is about.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it is. No, so German Dave, we call him German Dave, but he wants to talk about the Italian court
Wait,
allowing
sorry,
the Roman
German
salute.
Dave?
Yeah.
Does Dave have an alter ego in different?
No. This
Different
is,
forms.
this is just another German
Dude,
one.
it's we've got a German Dave, we have the Canadian Dave, and I'm pretty
Japanese
sure we have a
Dave, just different sides of the different conspirators in World War II. You got the Canadian one, you got a British one, you got a Russian one. Nice.
Dave's all around, yeah.
Well, it's
Okay.
a common name, Sam. Come on now.
It's way too common.
fair.
You just variate the accent. You have the Dave or the Dave or the. You got multiple variations of it. It's
This
everywhere.
guy has a legit recording studio, and he's on the shitter.
Dave. Oh, you're right, Dave. Babe. Oi, babe, Dave, come here, mate. Come here, love. Just wiping my phone. It was outside. I was just at a gas station. It's disgusting. You gotta sterilize that shit. Did I just lose the video footage?
Nope,
You're
you're still
okay.
there.
Oh, there I am.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, there you go.
I
Oh,
missed the count
whoa.
by accident.
We got a full body everything.
Damn, dude.
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
so
Now we got the facial.
it would have been pretty electric if when I was wiping my ass. I know we're joking in the comments. Oh, is he wiping his ass with Inter paraphernalia, Inter material? We've all seen those toilet paper rolls in Italian cities of like rival teams' logos printed on toilet paper. It would have been pretty electric if I just pulled out like a Palermo one, huh?
Yeah.
I've seen in Naples. I once saw Salernitana toilet paper and Palermo toilet paper because they're like southern rivals. But
Yeah.
it's like how you really gotta have run through every other one of the teams in the league before you get to punching down to that level.
That is definitely punching down, though.
I mean, but how many furious shits have you taken with Roma toilet paper and Juve? Juve is first, obviously, for those people.
Well, funny enough, when I was in Florence, I didn't see the Juve one at all. There was, I think, Napoli, Roma.
Really?
Yeah, but
Sold
unless
out.
it was sold out, yeah.
Hold the fuck out.
I mean, would it be punching down or wiping down?
No, I was just wiping down my phone. I got a lot of.
No, Sam.
I got
Sam,
two phones,
the
I
other
got
team.
glasses, I got a portable charger. I'm wheeling and dealing here, man. That's what it is.
All right.
I have a feeling you've been wanting to do this bit for a while, and you're just waiting for the platform.
Dave, Canadian Dave. Let me tell you, this is not a bit. This is my life.
Well, no, I understand. My life's like this too, but I never live on camera.
Yeah, you would just be late. I'm so adept at being
late maneuvering it that you try to. That's what sociopaths and psychopaths do. Is they get you on their side and hey, I'm late, but look, I'm funny. I'm taking a shit. See, haha. Laugh at me. You forget why. You forget. You forget what you've been doing the last 5 minutes, wondering where Sam is.
I mean, to be fair, most Calabres are perpetually late.
A little bit. My favorite thing is I was thinking about this the other day. I was with a guy once who was waiting on a buddy of his for a meeting. This was a few weeks ago. Try to keep this compact. His buddy was running late, and he kept calling to give updates to say, yeah, ETA is this time now. But he wasn't saying, hey man, I'm running late. Yeah, listen, it's gonna be another 20. He was blaming it on like a GPS where he's like, hey man, yeah, it's saying another 20 now. It's saying another 20. It's telling
He hasn't
me,
left.
Telling
He
me
hasn't
20
left.
now.
He hasn't
Bro,
left.
it's telling me 8:30. I don't know what's going on. It's telling me 8:30. Yeah, because you fucking you changed your outfit before leaving. That's why it's 8:30 now. It doesn't just happen. I'm a pro at that. I caught on to it right away. You can't con, man.
So I guess Tony, another Torontonian Calabres. I mean, we're rampant apparently, but he's also saying we're also
Just yell
all
out loud. Oh
psychopaths.
God, they're breeding.
They're breeding, are they? There was another question that I think I was meant to answer, which I did not. But yeah, let's get them all in here. I'm on a phone, so you guys are probably a little more well positioned to take in the feedback that we're getting here. Feed me whatever you want. I don't want to just take over the show. I don't know if you guys were just.
No, it's a tinfoil. Sam, it's a tinfoil hat show. We literally look at some of the most outrageous news and we just talk about it and we make fun of it.
We've been going on about the SMS thing. I know I listened to about an hour of your pod so far, and I know you spent a good, I don't know, probably like half hour, 45 just on SMS alone.
So
I don't know if you want to.
We got to give him context for the Sam bit because like he played the bit without giving him context, and you could see Sam's face during the pod. He's like, "What the hell?" Like,
I caught on to it. Oh right, you talk about the last Turn Giants pod.
Yeah,
this one here.
Right.
I like Calcio. I like IFTV. Look, I'm wearing a Calcio hat.
So that was one of the things that we've been doing here lately has just been dunking on Paramount Plus and just a lot of the shenanigans that we do. So like whenever we do, everybody remembers the Berlusconi bit that you did about how IFTV was secretly promoting his national.
There were a couple. There were a few bits. Yeah, I was feeling a little generous for like a 2-3 week period. I gave it to them in different ways.
Dude, that shit had me crying in laughter because it was so funny.
Them. I just I find it a little bit. This has nothing to do with IFTV specifically. The thing you're referring to is I was laughing at just how funny one of their pieces was because of like a thing that was kind of lost in translation. It was cute more than anything. But no, I think I went off. When I really went off back in the fall was about how I watched a Paramount Plus stream because I illegally stream football now. It's not that funny.
I know.
But I'm not watching it on the international stream. I'm watching it on whatever stream the website's giving me. It was giving me the American one. And I became aware of what American, Serie A fans have to be subjected to. The commentary team, that's got a negative connotation to it, the way I'm framing it.
No, it's perfectly fine. Let it fly.
I don't really necessarily mean I don't mean anything necessarily bad, from
it's just a poor product. It's just a poor product.
What's up?
It's just a poor product. I mean, it's not against the people. It's just the product that they're putting out there is not that good.
Well, here's the thing, right? I'd never seen it before. So I'm getting to take it in for the first time. The commentary's fine. It's what it is. I'm not really as asked about that as the English say. It was the constant plugging of Paramount products. I found it weird and funny at the same time because they knew their audience, but I found it weird to just have the Godfather saga plugged while watching soccer. And you could stream the new version, the new HD director's cut of the Godfather right now on Paramount Plus.
Watch Halo, even though it's garbage, on Paramount Plus.
I mean, it was just interesting. It was just the walking ad for Paramount Plus, right? That was the CBS coverage. That was kind of my big
And you
my
know,
big
they
takeaway, I guess.
and
Which
you,
is, it's fine.
and the
It's
irony of it, they can't even fix their
it's
pause
what it
button.
is. I mean, what are we owed? Are we owed products that are only according to our taste? I mean, everyone's taste is different. Maybe some people like having, capitalism shoved down their throat while watching soccer. Right?
I mean, that's pretty much what you get anywhere these days.
Oh, it's
so
fine.
like,
Yeah, you're just getting it different ways,
Yeah.
I didn't find they were very slick about it, and I noticed it. Yeah, but
I mean, that's the reason
right.
why
But the
they're.
clip you're talking about is when I was imitating the people that buy IFTV's merch, who I think I called half lobotomized.
Yeah, you go there. Hey, pais, tu comunista,
Yeah.
Oh, the Livorno bit. Yeah.
Right. Fuck, we're all over the map here. I feel like
No,
I'm kind of interjecting. Dave, what you had a thing you were gonna drop on me before, and I
Well, first and it's
That's
fine to
okay.
be a little bit all over. It's what we do. This is Wednesday. It's perfect for this crew right now. But the Macheda jersey, you got a story with that?
You like it? What's the story with it?
No, you have a story. Well, there's a question. I've heard it before because I listen to you, which means that LJJ, who's asking, should just listen to your podcast some more, right? But
tune in. We just dropped one about
Mafia.
the audio went out overnight. The video one's been out a few hours. We had a little tech issue, but it's up now. Check it out. It's on YouTube, the Bordello, if you want. We have we're still in double digits. We got to get to triple digit views. That's always the goal. So it's a little more dignified when you're in the double digits. The first like couple hours, or sometimes a couple days after you post, and it's still in double digits. It hurts the soul a little bit.
We'll try to get it up. There's a few fans from around here.
What's up?
There's a few fans from this channel I know. So
they've been asking for us to get you for a while.
Yeah, like you're a local celebrity.
This is long overdue. I watch this sometimes, which is even crazier. To be fair, I haven't watched it live. I watch it on replay. So
Elon,
we just haven't overlapped. We just haven't overlapped. But no, I mean, check out the last episode of the pod if you haven't. What was the theme? Right, we talked about mob wives, the mob wife aesthetic.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing because I don't pay attention to TikTok or really.
I learned from my lady. I learned from my lady by accident. I heard it in the background and was like, "What the fuck? What's going? This is the craziest thing I've seen in a long time." It was the most forced attempt at a style trend, and it was completely on theme for the pod. It was. I think we had fun. We had fun kind of going into the mind of the mob wife, the real mob wife, and why wanting to dress like them is silly.
So there's news with SMS leaving Saudi, and I know you did an SMS bit on the pod on the Bordello. Do you want to talk about it? Kind of just throw it out there a little bit as a teaser for people to view it.
Yeah, sure. I'm actually trying to switch cameras right now. Look at this. I got the mic hooked up here. You know what? Hang on. I'm gonna do it while I email myself the link so that I could jump on the
fancy
phone.
one.
The story. Milinkovic-Savic wants to come back to Lazio. Apparently, it's been a few months. He's been in Saudi Arabia and he's had enough, which is bizarre because he's 20. I mean, he's late 20s now. He's on huge money, more than any other team is going to pay him. And he plays for a country that is going to call him up no matter where he plays. So as long as he has a pulse, he's going to still play for Serbia. He's one of those players that's like just good enough to always get into that team. So it's not really relevant where he plays. So my theory was that I think his wife just talked him out of it. And his wife was like, hey, I don't like it here. Fuck it. We're making enough money. I don't care if you go get paid $2 million at Lazio or $3 million, whatever it is. You take a pay cut from what you were making last year. We can't do it. We can't. No amount of money is enough. And my whole point was, I think my point was that some of these women, just once their basic needs are covered, once they could kind of just dress like a mob wife, they're good. They're not thinking about the future. They're like, yeah, why sacrifice? Why suck it up and get paid €20 million a year net? Why suffer through that? Let's go back to a place where we are familiar with, where we're comfortable, they will pay us less than we're making now. They'll probably pay us less than they were paying us before. So really all you've done is just gotten like an extra year of salary or two net. You've like extended. He made $10 million in the time he was in Saudi Arabia. Had he stayed in Italy, he would have made about 3. So he cleared 7 million more euro than he would have. If he stays in Europe for the rest of his career, he's going to be 7 million euro richer, which is great, but he's leaving fucking like 50 million euro on the table, which is insane. But it's because I think a lot of these bros, I think a lot of the bros, dude, I mean, the footballers are the bros. They're these Sigma Chads who are like out making money playing football. They're having their lives ruined by women who just want to be mob wives. They're just like, listen, I just want to look the part. Can I please dress this way? Yes, great. I could dress that way on 2 million or 20. I don't care. Once you cross a certain threshold, it's over. They can't picture anything more. They can't picture it. They can't understand. They can't. Dude, if they have an allowance and they could just go buy stuff on the regular, the allowance going up doesn't really affect their lifestyle anymore. They no longer have to work. Their husband kind of is financially set. So let's live in a place that we're comfortable with. Disgusting. Disgusting. Take the money and shut up.
So this is a good segue, right? Speaking of mob wives or mob girlfriends. So how familiar are you with Dusan and his new girl Vanya, or his ex-love?
Not at all, but I think he's a good-looking boy, and I think he uses that to his advantage. Does he not?
Yeah. So the reason why, Sam, is
Nice. That's respect.
Dusan got, so essentially the backstory with Dusan and Vanya is they were like childhood lovers. They broke up, and for him, she was like the one that got away.
Mm-hmm.
And then him and her got back together roughly before the Frosinone game. And ever since then, Dusan's been on fire. So one of the rumors that we've had here on the channel is that she is just pumping him handies or something like that. Is just making him out of this world.
Maybe she's cock teasing him. Maybe
possibly. That's what German Dave said. She's like, we're all looking at this wrong. She's probably telling him, if you bang 30 goals this season, you can bang me. That was one of the things.
Nice.
But yeah,
I haven't seen her, but you know,
ooh, she's a
listen,
stud.
if you're not getting it from anyone, and if he's seen the light, you know, if he's seen the light, and he's realized that he's got it all out of his system, and he's like, hey, I need to settle down, and he's going to do it by any means necessary, then she's the one for him.
You know, the reason why
at that point, if you're hell bent on just pursuing her and only her, you're not going to try to get it anywhere else, and you're not getting it, you will go 0 dark 30. You have to.
It's just the funny thing about it, Sam, is he was asked about his recent like transformation of form, and Dusan's like, his only response is, I'm physically healthy.
He is. He's a good. I believe it. Yeah. I mean, well, maybe what that is a case of. It might be a case of an Eastern European woman who lost him already, knowing I can't fuck around anymore, and she means business now, and so she's playing the mental games with him, and she's just not letting him nut, dude. That's what it might be. That's where I'm leaning. I'm with German Dave on this.
Can you see the pictures? I got them up on the screen.
Let me see what we're working with here. You know what? I'm not even gonna. We're not doing this. I don't even have to look. I trust that she's not a dog. You know?
No. Yeah.
like you know, the beauty's. I'm sure she's an attractive woman who, if she approached most any man on the street and said, "You could have 15 minutes with me," most guys who are straight would say yes. I would assume, right? It's a range. If she's in that range, then he's in a position where she has leverage over him. No matter what. I don't even need to look at her. As long as I trust she's a good-looking woman, I don't need to see her to understand. I mean, you know, it doesn't hurt to look, but
just
you know,
look, it's right there.
The red looks.
Just enjoy it, Sam. Just enjoy it.
The red.
Just breathe.
I like red. I like red a lot, man. And you know, she sees red. She's just fucking playing. Just bull play in the bedroom. You know, just get him all fired up. I mean, I don't know. It might be, dude. Maybe he's just so full of cum right now that like he was just hyper focused on that free kick last week, dude. You know, You know,
Don't
they
jinx
say
it.
that if you just stop busting nuts, your productivity level just goes up like crazy. It's like taking the limitless pill.
That's so foolish.
You just like instantly understood movement and time and space and physics, and was like right there. He just pointed to the spot and nailed it.
There you go. Vlad even says it. Dusan has 6 goals, 2 assists in the 5 games since he posted her on Instagram.
Brother.
Yeah.
I mean, brother. Come on, man.
Yes,
we shouldn't even talk about it. We should just kind of, as
Tip her
fans,
cats?
we shouldn't even.
No, it's funny. It's hilarious because it was one of the things that we've been always messing around back then. It was like an inside joke between Dave and myself, where we're just like, this dude looks like he just needs to get laid. Like he's got pent up frustration.
Well, maybe but again, let's not even push that narrative. Let's just let whatever is happening keep happening, because there's a good thing going the last couple of weeks, and that's great. Let's not fuck with that and start gossiping about it. That's, by the way, why England don't win tournaments, because the second they get any inkling as to anything that's going on in anyone's private life, they just there's an expose on it. There's an expose.
Well, she's doing a good job. Her Instagram is locked out. There really isn't much on.
Yeah, she's only got 200 followers.
brother. Dude,
Things
Good
are
for
good
him.
right now.
Good for him. That's it. Dude, my girlfriend has more followers than that.
That's
By
what
a
I'm
long
saying.
shot. Like hundreds of percentages more. 400% markup on. I'm gonna have to fucking have a little talk with her, dude. Listen, I'm not performing at the optimal level. You got to shape up.
Yeah, those are rookie numbers. I need you to cut those down.
Oh my god, why can I not get the fucking link sent to me, dude? I think I sent it to a burner email by accident.
Not his burner account is not Sam Adamo. He just not Sam Adamo.
Not see Sam Adamo.
I think I have one of those handles on Instagram. I think I just monopolized every single variant of a Sam Adamo Instagram handle that I could think of that was currently available at the time of sign up, and I think not Sam Adamo's one of them.
Let me throw this on you. So, Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle had an internet beef that they had knew nothing about. So, there was a Dave Chappelle parody account and a Cat Williams parody account, and they were just going back and forth. Where like the actual Cat Williams, was like, what the hell? So he goes up to Dave Chappelle. No, it was Cat Williams that had that account. That was Cat Williams' Twitter account, and
Okay.
Dave Chappelle had the burner. Someone had a fake Dave Chappelle account. So
Okay.
Cat Williams goes to Dave Chappelle and says, dude, are we cool? What's going on? Because Chappelle was like, hey, man, what's going on? Daps him up, and nothing ever happened.
Right.
So then Cat's perplexed, and he looks at Dave, and he's like, bro, did I say, what's going on? And Dave Chappelle's like, oh, yeah, that's just a fake account. I don't use that. And then, Cat Williams blew his mind.
Can I be honest with you? Yeah, Cat Williams is
He switched.
He pressed the
switched.
wrong. That's fine. Just as Peloso here saying, damn, where the hell have you been? And he's gone.
He saw Peloso and was like, deuces, I'm out.
No, he's just a shit show. Really, he's got to sort himself out. He'll be back, I'm sure. Let's go over the poll results then. Well, still going. It's been half an hour, but 22 votes so far. So get your votes in right now if you care. Bjorn and Chea, keep, loan, sell. 41% say keep, 36% say loan, and 23% say sell.
So pretty much they don't want him here. Because if you add sell and loan, that means
it's more. More would say to get rid of, but not necessarily, because loan is with the prospect of him improving and coming back. So I don't know. Just take it. Don't look too much into it.
No,
the data pool isn't large enough to look into.
It's not a large sample size. We can't do this with 10% efficacy or whatever the hell it was. There's there's a statistical number. I'm gonna bore the fuck out of you guys now. There's a statistical number in confidence. They call it percentage of confidence, where they're like, if we poll 600 people, that'll account for 60,000 people. So it's just some crazy stuff like that. But look, I'm saying this. When it comes to the young players that are coming in from loans, next gen, etc., I said this: take your 11 starters, bench them the entire summer tour. Don't let them play. Just let them fuck around, do whatever the hell they want to do. and then let the other ones essentially fight to the death for
Hey,
roster spots.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you. We just
I don't know
got
what the hell's going on. Yeah, sorry, hang on. Do you hear me through this mic? Like, is it clearly coming through this mic?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's coming from the mic, but you're sideways.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to unless you're auditioning for.
I'm not trying to trip you out. This is a
I
really
was gonna
tough
say,
look.
are you trying to be like the Italian Leonardo DiCaprio for the next Inception, like the B-list Inception movie, where you're just kind of like, that's actually a funny picture. That's a still image. Holy hell, that's hilarious.
Did he freeze out?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
boy.
froze out.
It looks like he's about to suck cock. He's got that like little weird look, like I should,
that's
but
funny.
I really need the money.
He's like, that's like, hey guys, come with your best captions in the chat because that's actually hilarious.
Caption Sam, let's go.
Now dude is crooked. LJJ says you look like you're taking off and going east.
Oh boy. Even if
Man.
he's not here, he's
So all right, while he's getting his stuff sorted over there, let's talk about a movie.
How did you cut out?
No, I accidentally I was moving my mic, I adjusted my mic, and then I
What a
accidentally hit the
shit
thing
show.
where it took it
Comedy
off.
bears.
And I done goofed. Everybody. Just
The plumber just knocking me. What time? You're in Romania. What time? A plumber.
In Balkan Europe, plumber is you.
It's what, like
Bone
1 in the
says,
morning or something.
when you slide in their DMs, KB says knock knock.
The
Well,
plumber.
it's just,
That's
sometimes late at
definitely-
night I start randomly thinking about how Hans owned Real Madrid first team players in the preseason, and I can't sleep. Is it just me? I'm pretty sure it's just you there.
Usually, if you just stroke it out, you go to sleep. Again.
You feel better. You just pull a deuce on. Okay, I think you're good, Sam.
Good. Okay, cool. You know what? I'm actually not. Wait, do you guys hear me out of this mic?
I think so.
Sure, we can hear.
Yes. How about this? Test, 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 test.
Nope, it's not going through your mic. It's coming through your phone.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep this anyway. So it looks cool. Here's the thing. I thought not only was the sound not on, but even though I look like I got it together, I actually don't, because I'm actually holding my tripod like a selfie stick right now. If I put it back, that's where we're at. So,
Man. You are an absolute shit show.
You can't rotate the stick, like the actual part of the stick.
I guess I could do that. Shit.
You could just do that, make your life a little bit easier.
Kind of like when you're out golfing.
Unless you want to just.
You ever been golfing and you keep slicing it right, so you just angle your hips?
Yeah, you just.
I was once at a resort in Mexico, and I got a pro like the second time I ever golfed, and he told me, brother, never do that. And I can't. In all facets of life now, I can't correct a mistake with another mistake.
Oh man.
Anyway, no, we'll keep it as is. This is good. I mean, I don't clearly this isn't coming through.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It
Whatever.
works.
It's all right. Well, people will live. They just want to see your face and hear you say some sweet nothings.
They're
So
used to this like lack of production quality on the podcast, not so much on the YouTube, but it's okay.
Oh man. All right. So this is news. Essentially, it's kind of news, kind of pretty much done and dusted. I think Romeo said it before. Someone says it's Romeo, not Romeo. Romeo Agresti is talking about Moise Keane.
Tell that to Shakespeare, fucking.
So Moise is on his way to Atletico. He's going to Atletico Madrid, and Juve somehow got 500,000 euros for that bad boy, for that move to go through. It's a loan, dry loan, 6 months. So Moise Keane, I think he's going to be I'm pretty confident he's going to go play. You normally don't take a 6-month loan deal and you don't pay Juve 500K just to bench the dude. So I think Moise is going to go there, probably develop a little bit more and get some touches, some reps in over there. I know he's trying to make it for the Euro, so he can get some Spalletti in his mouth.
We have a correction there from Elon. So when you froze, it looked like you were going down to suck some cock that you weren't really super into. So we asked everyone to caption it, and Elon said the plumber just knocked. Give me a minute.
Oh man, smoke some weed makes you sleep better.
That it does.
Yeah, that it does. Jim says, hit the gym, guys. It's worthwhile. Vlad says, test the mic out by saying Forza Calcio.
People just really love that line.
They love that bit. Like, that bit is so popular. People, every stream, Sam, I swear, everyone sits there and like, dude, you got to at least play it
No,
once.
I'm gonna
And
go
we're
watch Calcio. Calcio is life. I like Calcio. I like IFTV. Look, I'm wearing a Calcio hat.
so like, they always ask for it. So we play and we're like, why don't we just get you the actual person? They're like, really?
And it turns out that was just like a 2-week bit and you've moved on. Come
I
on.
know. Damn.
It's internalized.
Everybody here loves it. Sam doesn't care much for it, guys. Sorry, I hate to break your hearts there.
Care for what? What do I not care for?
He doesn't care for the bit anymore. He moved on.
No, you said you had like moved on from it, right?
No. I think you should. I think we should trademark it, and I think we should just. Yeah, I think we should just bite down on the mouthpiece harder. I mean, fuck it. What am I holding out for? Am I holding out for a fucking job at CBS, dude? I got an article written about me in August, calling my podcast racist because some kid who came on talked about fighting a native guy in high school.
Is that what it was? You've never actually explained what.
And I came on the next episode. Well, the episode's still up. I just had to unlist it because the guy lost his mind. But then I came on the next episode. I was in Florida, and I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll just roll with this. I was like, guys, I'm in. What did I say? I said, I'm fuck, I'm drawing a blank. I just said, we'll start a race war. I'll go down to the bank. I'll bring the wops down, on one side, like, the natives on the other. It'll be like an episode of, like that episode, the Columbus Day episode of The Sopranos. I said I was in exile. And, yeah, I don't think I'm getting hired by CBS, so fuck it. Yeah. Calcio, bro. Let's talk about Calcio.
I'm surprised they let you on the BBC.
Wait, what?
That was just a vast lack of oversight on their part.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't think CBS is gonna get Serie A next season. I think they're gonna pull them and give it to someone else. Like, I don't see it. Like, I really don't, because they haven't made a deal yet for who's gonna stream Serie A in the United States. I have a very high doubt that CBS re-gets it. Their cast just doesn't offer anything. It's a mediocre product. Like the only one that really does the interview is the Grella guy, like, that knows his stuff, that actually like looks at the statistics and everything. Like, as far as the main group, right? They'll have a couple of like people from Galazzo come in and talk about stuff, but I could see CBS retaining the Champions League broadcasting rights in the US, but like, unless it's like some kind of ridiculous offer, I very highly doubt it. It wouldn't surprise me if Serie A goes back to ESPN.
Yeah, Grella's also been on a few select occasions. He's also been the only guy on that panel who's able to say prosciutto properly. I think I'm with his head.
My wife can't do it. She's a Newfoundlander, so she has a bit of.
You dating a fucking Newfie?
Yeah, I did.
You're married to a Newfie?
Yeah.
That's fucking incredible, because you sound Canadian enough as shit, dude. You sound Canadian as shit. If you think Dave sounds Canadian, my God, good Lord. In that household, you sound like, I don't know. You sound like you're speaking the Lord's English, dude.
Yeah. It's well, 'cause I've lived all over the country, so I've kind of like absorbed the East accent, the West accent, the normal Ontario accent, what have you. So now I just, I guess I just sound Canadian is the best way of putting it.
So, hey, Sam, with you have any thoughts on Moise Kean going to Atletico? You think he'll be able to kick off his rap career in Madrid?
No, I think he needs to be part of the Italian ecosystem. I think it won't work unless he the rap. Hang on, we're talking about the rap specifically?
Whatever
right?
you want.
No, you said rap. Do I think his rap career will go anywhere?
Have you
I
heard
don't
his
know
music?
that. Now look, hang on. First of all, we got to know who we're dealing with here. This is a guy who's gonna, go on a loan and not wind up signing for that club. That's just it's what this is. There's almost zero chance that he's gonna go there and Atleti are gonna say, "My God, where has this guy been hiding all these years? We need to pay money for him." Because if there's one thing we've seen over the years, it's that those guys love just giving us what the fuck we ask and not making our lives complicated. See Alvaro deal 2 and 3. Right? Is he not there now? Is he not still there?
Yeah,
Wasn't there like the first loan that we got him on? And then there was the second year that we extended the loan on, but he wound up going. Dude, that guy's been around back and forth to like a couple of the same clubs. I don't know how many times it feels like. I don't know. Feels like I don't know. Feels like an episode of Black Mirror with him. I can't even keep track of it. But no. Keane's rap career is done if he goes to Spain, dude. That's the issue. Is he can only exist in the Italian ecosystem of influencers and people who he's able to effectively communicate with. The podcast is kind of it's got all of the. Wait, I'm talking about the podcast now, but here's but you guys know the pod I'm referring to, right? The one that's got those clips that have kind of gone off where like I don't know, some white bitch is like twerking on him. You've seen those, right? I feel like that goes like that's the same alter ego as the rap thing. That's what I think. I think that when Keane's doing anything outside of football, you got Keane the footballer, which is just the thing he's doing through inertia, through momentum, you know. Not a whole lot of momentum that's driving him forward, but it's just the thing he does. It's just his routine. He's a footballer. Then I think there's a thing that he's actually thinking about now, which is everything else going on in his life. I view that as like being under one umbrella. Now, again, I'm psychoanalyzing this guy who I don't know, but I think that his whole outer football persona relies entirely on his just like social status as an A-lister in Italy. Because he plays football. He's a calciatore, so he's an A-lister. Ergo, if he has a podcast, people will listen. And what he does is he brings on these like, I don't know, I guess some of the people he's had on the pod, I don't know if they're like people from like reality TV in Italy. It feels like he's 2 steps away from going on a reality TV show at some point. You know what I mean?
Well,
I
that's
think
so
McKenny.
much like what's that show? Ted Lasso. I mean, that's
Right. Yeah.
the same
What
thing.
was his name? The guy based off of Grealish. Yeah, him. Yeah.
yeah, that guy.
Well, yeah, maybe. But
Maybe hurt.
he's 23 years old. He'll be 24. But legally, I think he's like 23 years old right now. Wow, nuts that is. He's mailing it in. He's barely got started because he's been around for so long. But he's mailing it in.
It's kind
He's 24 in Italy. That's 21 anywhere else. He's mailing it in. It's over, dude. It's over. It's going to be way worse than Balotelli because I think first of all, at least Balotelli, the reason I'm drawing the parallel between the two is because they had the same agent. They were both like really highly touted immigrant backgrounds. Like people drew the links. Like they were pretty easy and obvious. And then, when those links get drawn, everyone's like, oh, this is a cautionary tale. Balotelli's a cautionary tale. Don't be like him. And what happens? He fucking tops it, dude. He's going to wind up fucking topping it. Because at least with Balotelli, it was entertaining. With Keane, it's kind of like, okay, it's just fun for a minute. And now it's like, I'm not going to watch a whole entire podcast. No one wants to hear what Moise Keane and, insert the name of Italian lady who could very well be on Sette Gold. It's Sette Gold now. Sette Gold, those channels where the bimbo is between the old men and she's just there to look good and provide, I don't know, some female screams, way, and she shakes her tits sometimes on the Napolitan channel. There's that one, Marica Fruscio with the massive knockers. This is just that in the 2020s. This is that in the 2020s. You have these girls who are big on the internet. They don't need to go through the main, network TV channels, and they're involved in the game. They're people that are being watched. There are eyeballs on them, but no one really wants to hear what those ladies have to say. At least the ones on Sette Gold will kind of break down tactics. They were I don't know if they were like pick-me girls or whatever, but there's something, maybe just they watch it with their dad. I don't know, but they actually know what they're talking about. And it feels like there's no football talk on his pod. It's a lot of rap talk. It's just general. It's like just a chat with your friends. It's like, hey, we're having a house party with a bunch of brain dead people who do ketamine, and let's record it. I'm not suggesting they do ketamine, but it's like that's the energy. It's a bunch of college kids who are kind of stupid, who don't really have a whole lot going on. They're not studying anything serious, and they're just kind of playing this game of will we, won't we, fuck. So it's going nowhere, clearly, because there's no substance to it. And if he leaves Italy and goes to Spain, what's he gonna fly back to Italy for the podcast? I don't know.
I don't know if he's thought that out. That's a good question. But we've had requests for you. Are you looking at your screen?
Yeah. German Dave says this is the clip. Wait, is he?
No,
sending?
no. I'm not talking about that. Vlad.
Oh, Vlad wants Sam to react to the
You
Lukaku.
just wake up and then your heart is just pumping. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so those moments are crazy.
Have you seen this
There's
before?
Sam's reaction. There it is.
That's the clip.
That's the clip.
What is that?
That's
That's so out of context. Where is it taken from? Is that a Calvin Klein ad?
Yeah, it was
from
it was when
Lukaku.
Lukaku went back to Chelsea. Within a week of him coming back to Chelsea, they made that ad.
Yeah, dude, Rock Nation dropped him, poor bastard. He signed for Roma, and they were like, "Yeah, listen, this is a tough PR. Look, we can't do this no more." Which, I'm not knocking a pro footballer who's like one of the best players for his national team for like getting. Oh, he's got another fucking professional agent. I'm not mocking him for that. It's just more the optical look of just sign. It's worse. Honestly, it's just a tough look for Roma. I'm making fun of Roma. Is what I'm doing. Sign for them, and they're like, "Listen, we can't be associated with this brand anymore."
Are there any Italians that wear an upside down pineapple shirt? Just curious. Are you just looking to swing with some Italians? Is that what's going on here?
Apparently, that's the universal sign for swinging in Florida. Is an upside down.
I thought it was a pro-Palestine thing.
I don't know how you made that parallel.
Watermelon, bro. You never saw the watermelon emoji get touted anytime someone says "from the river to the sea." It's a thing, bro.
Well, we're talking about pineapples.
Yeah, but I thought exotic fruit, colorful fruit. Come on.
So how about some cherries? Put some cherries in there. Like, what the fuck? It's just a fruit salad now.
That's how Don Cherry got his nickname. Remember Don Cherry from
God, he was
Canada?
great.
Called him Grapes because a French Canadian guy in the 60s, the legend goes, "Hey, Grapes, come here. Grapes. Cherry, grapes."
Oh, is that it? That's the origin story, eh?
Yeah. What am I supposed to say to that? And what's anyone supposed to say to that Lukaku clip? I feel like I only got a taste. I feel like I'm ready for the whole thing. Give me the whole schlong. What the fuck was that?
It's pretty
the
much
Calvin
it.
Klein commercial. It's
the Calvin Klein. Hey, it was a running joke that we had here.
What's he saying? I was trying to process all of
You just wake up and then your heart is just pumping. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so those moments are crazy.
Did you get it?
He sounds stoned. He's like, yeah.
He's like, yeah, you just wake up in the morning and your heart goes pounding. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's the level of talk that you can expect on the Moist Keen podcast, just so you know. No, but just, like I've listened to it. It's a lot of that. It's that. It's exactly that.
Oh, and so Dave clarified. German Dave says, "We need to clip the Moise Keen and make it like in."
It did hit B when he said
I think
that.
Rafael got twerked on by his ex-girlfriend, who's.
Bro, did you see how stiff he was the entire time? He's just like this. He's like, nah, bro. What do you?
Right. Yeah. Why do so many of these footballers just date these trash bags?
Can we say that I think most footballers are simps?
Yeah.
Some of them get got by older women. Some of them get got by older ladies who will swoop in when they're like 19 and rich and just
Yeah, that's a thing too.
I don't know. Entrap them.
Hakimi?
Sure, but it's awesome for them, right? I mean, they're balling out of control. They're making tons of money and they don't want to waste it unless it's with like your sweetheart, dude. You're not just gonna fucking look for someone that's your age. Here's the thing: when you're 18, you can't benefit from the younger woman thing. When you get to 40, then you want to be with a 20-year-old. You're like, oh my god, 20-year-olds walk by, you're like check them out. You just look, that's how it is.
Yeah, it was funny.
You're not gonna fucking be 18 and check out 10-year-olds, right? So no, but really,
hopefully.
So think about it. You can only date women your age. They bore you. There's no appeal to dating someone younger. It actually revolts you when you're like just on the precipice of like being an 18 or being an adult. You're like, oh, this is gross, immature. You want maturity,
Or it could just be because we had this one rant that we went off about Balkan moms, how like they scar their sons and they have like mommy issues. So it's usually, if you look at like Balkan footy players, they always date chicks that are like 15 to 20 years older, trying to just compensate.
I just think that's Balkan women being foxes and saying, I know what I got to do. I ran through people. I got a very small window left now, and it's time. We gotta secure the future. I think it might just be that. I think it's just opportunistic. But what's crazy is, like, if a lady This is why Dusan is scoring goal, by the way. If he has to worry about his chick, like posting anything on the internet, just anything on the internet for attention. It could be a thirst trap. It could be, it could be a thirst trap. It could just be her in a pantsuit in Paris. Doesn't matter. It's a thing you're chasing. It's a weird validation thing that you're chasing. It's not endearing when anyone does that. It's not endearing when men do it. It's not endearing when women do it. When men do it, a lot of women kind of find it cringe. But the only ones who go for it are other brain dead people, and that's why reality TV is so entertaining. Because they take those people and they put them in a cage and say fight or fuck or whatever. So, but again, I feel like most of them don't have good heads on their shoulders. The ones that do, you just never hear about. Like apparently Nico Barella, who to his credit is dating an older woman, married to an older woman, has children. But apparently he's just a normal guy. He's a nerd. You don't hear about him. He's boring. He likes wine. Great, cool. All the best.
And then you have Wanda, who groomed Icardi.
Type of thing. Yeah. You hear about them constantly. That's the thing. You could have a hot wife. I mean, you should. They're all, like, it's not really her fault. Here's the thing about women, right? Here's the thing about being hot. It's not her fault. You understand? Like, Immobile's wife is very attractive. They seem to have a good thing going. Said me, the guy who peers from the outside at pictures and videos and knows nothing about their personal lives, but I would assume that's the basket they're weaving. She seems nice. She's a knockout. It's not her fault that she's hot. It doesn't make you stupid, but you got to do your due diligence. You got to be selective. Anytime she posts anything at the beach, there's going to be knockers in your face, but she's allowed to post at the beach. She doesn't have to. But, we don't live in a caliphate. It's what it is. It's going to happen. She's not a problem. There are some that are problems because they're actively pursuing it. So it's like, if you're rich and young, what are you doing throwing it away to be with her? You don't commit. Do it and run. Remember when Zion Williamson was dating that porn star? Why are you dating her? She's a porn star.
That's every NBA player, Sam. That's literally every NBA.
It's a lot of athletes. The NBA is bad and football's bad. The NBA might be worse, but they don't have the right idea. You know what it is? I think they're probably just slaying so much, dude. They're slaying so much fucking just bottom of the barrel, like, talent that a few slip through the cracks. I think that's all that is. There's 25 in 2 months. You might just date one by accident.
It just happens. You wake up one morning, she's making breakfast, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Ah, fuck.
Brother.
Uber.
Slippery slope.
Yeah, no pun intended. Yeah.
Well, speaking of starting young, I mean, you started in high school.
Who's Ivana Nall? The fact that Ivana Nall tries everything to get a football star. Oh, okay.
Is she an adult actress? I think maybe.
Is she? I could proudly
search Google or should I search Pornhub?
I could proudly say I don't know who that is. It's awesome.
I think yes. What is it? Vlad says Rugani won it. Yeah, Rugani's probably has the hottest wife compared to all the other players at Juve.
Okay, Dash, you search Google. I'm searching Pornhub. See what our results are.
You want to share your screen? No. David, I swear to God, if he pulls some bullshit on us there.
No, I'm not gonna get us kicked off YouTube.
No, not you, German Dave.
Oh, German. Maybe Montana. No, I have an Ivana.
I always love when people are like, bro, you're trying to control what your girlfriend posts on Instagram.
Oh, she's that Croatian chick. The Croatian chick with the big ass knockers that was showed.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think she wants a footballer. I think she likes the attention of everyone.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
She's just trying to, does she have an only? Let's
so
look at her.
So again,
yeah, she has an OnlyFans.
Dude, I'm dating Ivana Nall, and one day she says, I'm going to go tits out at the Croatia game, and I'm mad. And people say, you're insecure. It always kills me when people say that. Like, why you don't want to let her just be You don't want to let her just show off the goods. You uncomfortable? What do you think? You're inadequate, and someone else will see her and swoop it. It's like, yeah, kind of. That's kind of the whole point of modesty, right?
Yeah.
Well,
You're really gonna let that die? You're not gonna give me more than that? Like, I don't know.
We're trying to keep up with the chat at the same time too.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I know. It's just that the chat's just
Chat's doing
vibing
God.
off all
This is
yeah.
funny. So Sal says, thank God NBA players don't have easy geographical access to Balkan women. I don't even think most NBA players know what Balkan is. The whole league would go into a tailspin. Yeah, thanks to Drake. Drake was wearing an Albanian flag jacket, and everyone's like, what's an Albanian? They saw all the women. Holy shit!
That's Drake's whole thing. Is Drake just goes for honorary status on every immigrant group, dude.
I know.
In North America.
His rap career's honorary status. Fuck.
Pretty, right?
What does that mean?
It's like he can't even rap. He just calls himself one.
Are you kidding me, dude? Come on, man. Come on, bro. We can't edit this out. You're really gonna come on here and say Drake can't rap? Drake's best music is when he's not doing Drake stuff, but when he's spitting. Spit, dude.
Well, I don't know. I don't actually pay attention. I don't really give a fuck about him. I just want to make fun of him.
David says, never forget Klay Thompson rejected Abigail Ratchford because he wanted a chilled, down-to-earth girl to play with his dog. And by dog, we mean his actual pet, not his wiener.
Respect, dude.
Paul George got a Serbian stripper pregnant, offered her $1 million to you-know-what. She said no. A few years later, they're married with the kid.
Nice. She got him.
What, is that one of those words you can't say on YouTube?
Oh, yeah, it flags you.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking... No wonder my fucking pod doesn't go anywhere.
No, there's there's a couple of I'm dead serious, like the vocal recognition on YouTube's algorithm. Like if you say that like certain words an X amount of times, they put you in a deep dark corner.
Jeff saying Drake is the Taylor Swift of rap.
Gambling.
Bones doesn't like Drake. I just never liked this shit.
Taylor Swift is on the verge of fixing Kansas City another Super Bowl. Like the NFL is no way in hell the NFL. I was gonna say no way in hell the NFL is gonna not let Taylor Swift's team get to the Super Bowl because she's gonna be at the game. That's gonna drive so much more ratings. You know what? That is a tinfoil hat theory. I hate to say it to you, Baltimore Raven fans, but unless some act of God happens, there is no way in hell the NFL will script for the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl. Could you imagine the amount of money they would get from Swifties watching the Super Bowl?
And can you imagine how awful and pointless the whole entire city of Baltimore having any exposure ever is?
Exactly.
It's like, they need them in the league because those people have nothing else going on, and they are fervent supporters of a team. That's good. Most teams have fervent support anyway, but I mean, yeah, you don't want them winning the Super Bowl, man. You need Chiefs Niners is the best optical move, obviously.
Exactly. Like as much as I'm from Detroit and I am a Lions fan, but like unless Eminem brings in a lot of views, which he did for the wild card game, that would be hilarious. You have Eminem and the Lions versus Taylor Swift and the Chiefs. That shit would be hilarious.
That's America in a nutshell, dude. You got this.
That's what I'm saying. I think that might be it. Like I think
blonde white girl proper with this fucking. That's just white people in America, dude.
It is.
It is the two different extremes.
Sam, do you realize how much they milked the fuck out of Eminem these last two playoff games the Lions have been in? He's made opening skits for both games, remixed music, made trailers, made commercials. Like I'm like, Eminem never leaves his house, but apparently when the Lions are in the playoffs, he's out here dropping dimes, dropping motivational speeches. They're like seriously focusing in on him every time he's at the sideline. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, dude, it's like at this point, part of me thinks that the NFL is like the WWE at this point. Cause like you can't make some of this shit up. Like for example,
the art of promo, dude. It's the art of promo.
I think,
man, if you were just a guy doing one thing, you had one career and it was something as exciting as, rap, you would think that would be enough. You would think that would be enough for you to get satisfaction. But then when you have the ability to cross over to something else, feel like you're involved in sports, you're going to do it, dude. You're gonna do it. It's just awesome. It's another version of the same kind of adrenaline rush. Oh, they always get local artists involved, dude. Remember Meek Mill with the Phillies a couple years ago? Sorry, the Eagles. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. Does Wiz Khalifa do shit with like the Steelers?
He did like 10 years ago.
God, dude.
I think he's busy getting high in a corner.
What else do we got? What other news do we got going on
Yeah.
right here? I feel like I didn't even tell the Makeda story, which isn't even that good a story. It's been so scattered. I came in hot. I couldn't figure out how to get the fucking mic working.
He
It never
came in
wound up
shit.
working.
He came
Yeah,
in,
man.
yeah, he came in dropping deuces.
Oh,
Literally.
Dude, it was-
All right. Let's talk.
I did it out of love.
I know. We know. It's great content. Like, come on. How many people drop into a live show taking a deuce?
Dropping a fucking
Like,
fat one.
literally dropping a log.
Only, dude, it's not off in the faint of heart, dude. Okay, I'm in the chat for Based Sam taking a shit on the fucking.
Everybody thought it was funny. The chat loved it. It's the first time.
What do we got? What do we got?
Here we go.
Jeffrey Deuce.
We got. Let me talk some Paul. We'll throw some Paul Pogba here.
Paul. Yeah, there's Paul and some Cheffrin stuff.
Paul and the Cheffrin thing is 2 years old technically.
Was that too? Yeah,
yeah.
2020. No, it says it's
2020.
2024.
No, I said 2020, where he said we were right to ban Man City, only for them to lose it to the court of arbitration. So
Okay.
Paul Pogba, according to Tudo Sport, Paul Pogba still feels like he would return, if not by the end of the season, by next. Sam, we'll let her rip. You got any thoughts on that?
I feel like a podcaster. Nobody recognizes it, dude. I mean, whatever, man. He feels it in his bones. I feel bad, feel bad. I like the guy, which is why it's so devastating that he's never going to play pro football again. And we need to. What are we doing here, man?
But he might. Though that's the thing, is he might be back in a couple months.
What through appeals?
Yeah, because he's going to court next month, February, and they're trying to reduce the sentence to 6 months, and they feel like they can win. Of course they do. And if they do, I mean, he's already done 4 months. He'll be back in March.
Dude. You guys are going to have to try to find another way to release him. They're going to have to just.
Well, and that's the whole thing now.
They're going to call the big dog. They're going to call his mother or something. Brother didn't work. Brother couldn't derail his career. Drugs couldn't derail his career. They're going to have to get his mom or something to come out.
That's what they're trying to do, right? So, like, for example, Paul is trying to essentially state that, that substance that he took was just poor negligence, not on his part, but what was provided, essentially. So ignorant naivety, essentially. That's what he's trying to claim, where it's like, I took this, and this apparently was not what was in there. So he's trying to use it on a technicality because Palomino and Alejandro Gomez got off on that kind of repertoire per se, because this isn't going. I don't believe that this is going to some Italian court. This is like an actual sporting, just like European court. Yeah, it's a European court. So that's what happened with Palomino and Alejandro Gomez. So they essentially were just given 6 months bans. But in Pogba's case, his ban officially started in September. So in theory, it would be done by mid-February. So he could potentially be back.
I reckon I reckon he wins us a Champions League.
Who, Pogba?
Like what, dude? This whole Pogba. I mean, it's over. It's over. Look, this is the tinfoil hat show, right? Can we fucking get into it here?
Go for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dave's wearing a fucking tinfoil hat.
You let spike. That's it. They spiked the sample. They're gonna find another way to try to kill him. Not literally. That's last resort. That's Plan Z. But it's over. Well, it's over. They finally returned to. I'll say we finally returned to financial responsibility and sustenance. It was a weird couple years. Got new management. Got new management in New York. The organization's under new management. The way things were done before, that was before. Right? No, it's not happening, dude. Paratici is about 2 steps away from going into isolation down in the Bahamas. Come on, man. Nothing that guy did, unfortunately. None of his work at Juve was like a positive legacy, man. It was all just. In hindsight, he just played like he was playing Football Manager. He worked like he was playing Football Manager. He was like, I'm going to buy players. It's like, what? You don't just buy players willy-nilly. I mean, I guess there might have been some kind of vision that just didn't work out. But when it doesn't work out, it's like, bro, what's the fucking plan here? What's the plan here? What's the point? Are we building a thing, or are we just playing career mode? Where you could just. That's the thing. When you do that on Football Manager career mode, you can also just force guys into retirement. You can just bully guys. You can't do that in real life. Then you do that in real life, Bonucci goes to the fucking cops. This is real life, bro. It extends beyond a conversation in the office where the guy says, I'm very disappointed with the way you're treating me, and he leaves, and you go to sleep at night. Oh, bro. They call the union. You bring players in. What goes up fucking has to come down, dude, or whatever. What do they say? Every reaction requires an equal opposite reaction, dude. Every action requires an equal opposite reaction. Is that what I said? Did I repeat it twice?
We understand. We get what you're saying.
You bring guys in, you got to trim the fat. It just wasn't happening. We had guys who we couldn't offload, and I don't know. I think Pogba's he's the last lasting symbol almost of that era, because it's not working. I mean, Vlahovic was bought during that era. Chiesa was bought during that era, but I don't know. They're playing, and sometimes they haven't. It hasn't been smooth sailing all the time with those guys. But I mean, whatever. Guys get injured.
So Vlad wants, again, from you, Sam, interested on the Tony Kroos rumors. Do you have any?
Fill me in.
What's that, sir?
Fill me in.
Oh, we're just being linked. He wants to. He's looking for a new spot to play. I don't know. He's been linked to every big team essentially.
Bosman?
Yeah, it's a free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. I mean,
fuck it. Yeah, but for how much? That's the big problem, really.
2 strokes, 3 strokes? How much? What are we talking here? Reach around in the end?
Brother. You kill Pogba, dude, you can fucking you pay him half as much, dude. You're flying. Tony Kroos plays, dude. That guy's an engine.
Yeah. I mean, you could take the Pogba money and transfer it over. If he'd have to accept, but
yeah, they won't even do that. They're overpaying Pogba. If you reinvest a third of that, you would probably take it. Yeah, I'd be down for that, dude. He'd be very down for that, actually, because he's one of those guys that's there's a fallacy of looking at the guy's age and immediately deciding whether or not you like him or not.
Mm-hmm.
But I think certain guys can do what it is they do for longer. I think if you're just a poacher, you can't press as high as you used to, but in the box you'll get your goal. I mean, Ronaldo's evolved the way he's played, right? I don't know what the hell he's doing in Saudi Arabia. I know he's scoring buckets of goals, but I mean, it feels like he's kind of, maybe it's hard to really gauge where he's at because he's not playing, same level that he was a year ago. But it's possible to evolve if you're shrewd. You got to be fucking, I don't know, sly. Ronaldo's sly. He's very good at fucking finding space. He has very high football IQ. Andrea Pirlo was always kind of that way. But recall when he was younger in his 20s, he was a more dynamic midfielder. He moved a lot more than he did in his 30s. When we saw him at Juve, he was always graceful, but he changed the way he played slowly over time. I think that was like a testament to his football IQ. That Aussie played for a while. He didn't actually go as long as a lot of other guys did. I don't know. When did he retire? A couple of years ago? 36? There's some guys that just have high football IQ that can make it work. You feel like Kroos is one of those guys. Modric is still playing, doing very well. High football IQ. Kroos doesn't have a very overly physical game, so.
I think everyone likes him. It's just
the money.
Will he ask for? Will he come?
Oh, he'll come.
Well, it doesn't feel on brand for either party. But I mean, yeah, I'll fucking take him, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. I think everyone kind of says that.
Yeah.
Emanuele
Vlad, that was a
Giaccherini
pretty
did
easy question.
great things for for Antonio Conte's Euro side in 2016. I mean, see that, and yeah, I don't know, man. You think fucking anyone is capable of anything under the right leadership?
True enough.
You keep good players around as long as they haven't broken apart. You know.
Yeah.
I'm into him. I've always liked him. Actually. I forgot that he had a career at Bayern before he went to Real Madrid.
He's been around forever. I mean,
He had a whole last career, dude. Hundreds of caps. I think he almost had like the same number of caps. I have to pull this up. I mean, going off of pure autistic memory here, but I think he has almost same number of caps. Said that like a newfie. Yeah, I think he has like the same number of appearances at Bayern and Real Madrid. I could be totally pulling that out of my ass. Cruz is just a fanboy wet dream. Yeah, that's the thing, by the way. Who's coming up with this rumor? You just say, what do you think of the Cruz rumor?
I don't know. Vlad wanted us to
what
talk
is the
about
Cruz
it.
rumor? He's coming to Juve? Yeah, great. A 2 thumbs up. Who said it? That's the thing.
There's
Is there
another
a guy in the comments who said it?
yeah.
That
Well,
was
no,
reported. I can't remember
it
now.
was a couple reports from a couple weeks ago, but there's another one that's coming in fresh, and it's kind of been swirling
Well,
around.
that's not
Is
happening.
that
We're
why
getting
it's
Ben
not-
Nardetti
yeah.
is what we're getting.
Yeah, we're getting, you're getting the goat Berna. So this one's about Chiesa, and Chiesa has been talked about ever since Yildiz's little meteoric rise to fame in a sense. But Marco Guidi says Chiesa himself could leave if a proper offer arrives. I'm not saying Juve want to sell him where he's asked to leave, but there is a clear indication of a replacement with Yildiz behind him and the potential movement for economical reasons.
I don't think there's a point in doing that, man. There's no point in doing that. I think you need a. It's not the business we're in, man. Nah, we're not Ajax. We don't, we sell, but we're selective. It's at a point now where I don't want to sell anyone.
Well,
Hearing that we're going to sell Matias Soulé, I'm like, well, why do we have to do that, dude?
So here's the context. Let me give you the context for Chiesa, Sam. So Chiesa next season will be on his last contract. So what it looks like is they don't want to avoid him walking out on a free if he doesn't renew. So like they don't want Paulo Dybala part 2. That's what they don't want. So if Giuntoli essentially made it clear, we're going to try the renewal by the summer. If he's not renewing, we're selling him.
Who's going to buy him?
I don't know. Probably Liverpool, Premier League club.
Newcastle, yeah. Man U, who knows?
Real Madrid.
I doubt it.
No,
He's
a big guy. A big kahuna. A big fucking kahuna, right?
Well, yeah. It's got to be a big pocketed man, like Man United, for example. Because let's be honest, like Real Madrid is not going to move Vinny for Chiesa or Rodrigo. Like that would just be.
No, you're right. They're not going to bring him in as a bench player. They don't need to. They'd rather just bring in a young stud, probably. Who's not quite at that point. Yeah, it's a good call. You know what it is? Here's a fucking theory for you. I think we care about Chiesa because of the internet.
Ooh.
It's not even that hard to take.
It really isn't.
No, we've said it. We've said it.
Started.
2011 TikTok, dude. Rondo da Sosa. She from Italia. That's it. That's his career. He's unsellable. He's untouchable. He's one of the best in the world. He from Italia. Slides on his knees, twisting.
Spaghetti Mafia.
Well, that's it. It cemented it. It was over. Juve fans are like, he's ours. He's all ours. Then he tore his ACL. What will we do without him? To be fair, he's a good player. He's a key player. He's one of the best at what he does. Currently doing it anywhere. On this flat Earth, on this side of the giant ice sheet. You guys know about that?
Try not to break character.
Is this another conspiracy?
I was expecting more of a. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. My fucking esthetician told me about it. So.
Fuck! Well,
so,
I mean,
she's Armenian. She's Armenian. She's a big freedom convoy chick, and she's very much unvaccinated.
God, the fuck.
Her fucking uterus is fresh. She's like 45, and she's spry as you like. I think. The fuck was I saying? Okay. Yeah, man. Is he as indispensable as we think? Because everyone was crying over Dybala leaving, and you know what? He's proven to be a very good player. He's won a World Cup. He wasn't a key cog in that, but you know he's doing well for Roma. He's Paulo Dybala. He's a beautiful boyish kid who we love to see play, even though he's older than me. You still call him a kid. I love seeing that kid play. He's just one of those guys that makes you happy to watch him play. But does that equal unsellable? You know, how much can you get for Chiesa? How much are we talking here? You know, money talks. What the fuck? You know, how much are we talking?
I'm gonna guess 50.
Can we make it work? How old Yildiz? 7 years younger.
7 years younger, yeah. Exactly.
Come on, bro.
Cheaper, not demanding a high wage either. So like,
And Keane's gonna come back from Madrid next season, so
you got Sule coming back as well.
Listen, bro. You got to keep the amusement park open. The rides got to keep them moving.
Well, I think the main thing is, right. So, like for example, I think for a lot of people, the indicator is this: if Chiesa doesn't renew or there's no contract negotiations by the end of June, I would assume he is gone and out the door.
Sure.
Like, this is if Chiesa moves, it's this summer.
Yeah, and I think he wants to because he speaks English well. He went to an American school. He's not stupid. You want to talk about an example of a guy who's not going to go for whoever the fuck Moise Keane's going for, respectfully. You know.
Well, apparently his fiance is a doctor.
What's up?
His wife's
in the chat said his fiance is a doctor.
Yeah. Here's why I think he's a good boy. Because my girlfriend likes his girlfriend's vibe. She's like, I don't know what it is. I like she is Benny. She would call her by the @ which bothered me. I think I don't know if she's still dating that. There's a bitch she was dating at one point. I don't know why I called her a bitch. I'll say that for teens, girls. There's a lady. It was a fine young lady, a fine, upstanding young lady who he was dating at one point, who my girlfriend saw on Instagram and was like, yeah, they're cute together. I like her. I like her vibe. She's kind of artsy. It's cute. I like peering through that lens. Whereas some other ones, I mean, girls know, dude. Girls know if women are just weaving a bed of lies, a web of lies, whatever. A web of lies. They know, bro. Like, yeah, just a lot of women, I think, who haven't done any work, don't trust women who have done work and then flaunt the work, you know? Like, Mattia Zaccagni is one of those guys. My God, remember that whole thing with Zaniolo? The fact that Zaccagni was dating Zaniolo's ex, and now have 2 kids together. They're now married. Zaccagni and Chiara Nasti are. She's this fucking Barbie doll from Naples. I actually saw her in person. I saw her at Napoli Centrale. I swear to God, I saw her a year ago at Napoli Centrale with a fucking chihuahua and a Birkin bag. And she walks around the street like she's, and this is fine. She's allowed to live like she walks around the street like she's the character on which the movie's written. You know, it's like you don't want to fucking. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Some guys want to get their lives ruined. Can I say that too? That's fair. Some guys want to get their lives ruined. You're a toxic guy. You're into that sort of thing. It's totally fair. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Chiesa's got a good head on his shoulders. He wants to see the world, dude. He went to, I don't know. He just goes like to live in London. You know, he's like a Claudio Marchisio type. He fancies Claudio Marchisio's a little less educated than Chiesa. So he's a little more Italian. He's very. I think he's traveled, but he lives in Turin, always will. I think he likes the city that he's living in. Fair enough. He also played for one club throughout his career, whereas Chiesa abandoned the club whatever. He made the smart career choice to leave the boyhood club, you know, for Juve. And now what? We're gonna paint him like he's a fucking, like he's a boyhood Juve boy.
I mean, we're pretty emotional as fans. I think a lot of people have.
Yeah, but it's like, nah, he might be gone. And it makes sense. It might make sense. It might be an intelligent move. Paratici, I don't think would have done that.
Yeah,
would
but
he
would have re-signed him for $12 million a season. No one.
Well, it's the guy he signed, right? So there's an emotional attachment there, right? We have none of that now. You look at it as pragmatic as possible, and you say, what's the deal? What's the deal with Chiesa? Yeah, he'll fetch you a lot of money now. He's probably very happy to just walk. because he's in a position where as long as he's alive and his knees don't fall apart, this time next year he's going to be fielding, stupid offers.
His knee is falling apart. He's missing
But he
every
just
other game.
He just has to keep. He just has to keep the fucking. He just has to keep finding people to add, to add on as fucking, new reps in the Ponzi scheme. Keep it going. Keep it going.
So kind of like throw on this. Let me see if you can touch on this then. So do you think as like a culture right now, football fans are chasing players instead of clubs now? There's more player fans than there are actual fans of a club.
Than there were in the past. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, bro.
Because like to me, it's like I don't know. It just seems kind of odd, right? Because it's like I can't see myself rooting for another team. I've always rooted for you.
Yeah.
Why? Like for example, let's use DeBala. Why? I don't give a shit that he's at Roma.
I find it difficult, by the way, to only just follow a team now. Even now, I'm like becoming like a fucking nihilistic piece of shit who finds it all trivial sometimes. Imagine just following a player, dude. I can't even watch tennis for that reason. I watch it for the same reason that I'll listen to a musical performance. I want to see it happen. I don't pull for Djokovic. I don't care what a guy does with his life. I'll watch. You're the man in the arena. Congrats. I'll watch you. But like, you're not my guy. I'm not getting a Novak tattoo. It means nothing.
True enough.
The idea of being all in on the cult of personality of one individual is wacko.
It's odd.
wacko.
It's odd because
unless it's in the context of politics.
Well, that's one thing, right? Yeah, but like think about it, right? Like for example, if you go on someone's X or Instagram and they're like big enthusiast for Federico Chiesa or big enthusiast for Paulo Dybala, and it's like, why do you
show your face?
Like,
show your face. You're a person. You're a person. By the way, when the fucking World Economic Forum's going on and Bill Gates and a lot of them are saying we need to engineer these people to no longer breed. We need to engineer these people to like no longer want to eat meat. We're going to, send mosquitoes out into the world that are going to bite people. They're not going to want meat anymore. They're going to become weak and feeble, and we're going to thin the herd. It's for people like that. It's for the fucking Chiesa enthusiast accounts. My existence is Ronaldo is my man. Like you would fuck Ronaldo if he asked you to. If that's you, if you're one of those guys.
Is
you
this
think like your life
Gaddafi's son? This go back.
It's sort of listen. If you worship any god, do you ever think about? This is actually a good bit. I'm just realizing now. You think like maybe the guys that wrote about Jesus back in the day that were like following him around and being like, "Yes, Pastor, tell us more." We're just like the hugest fucking simps ever, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They were just like basically, bro. They were just like Messi fan account guys, dude. They were just like Messi fan account guys. They're like, "He is my Lord. He's my Lord. He's the best. He could do no wrong. I weep at his feet. What will the world be like after he's gone? You're unique. You're like no other. You're bestowed with the divine touch of God."
It's just, it's just, I'm going to be honest, like, and people might get pissed at me for saying this, but fuck it. Like, to me, I find it obscurely odd when you have 40-year-old men that foam at the mouth at like Chiesa or Dusan Vlahovic. And it's like,
I don't wear the jersey of anyone younger than me. That's a rule.
Like, it's so cringe. Like, oh my God, I love this guy. Oh, he's so amazing. Like, dude, he's your kid at that point. Like,
when the oldest player on the team retires, and there are no longer any players on the team that are older than you, you have to just recycle the same jerseys that you had your whole life, old ones, guys that were older than you back in the day. You pull out a fucking Marquisio shirt from 10 years ago, that's fine, but you recycle. You're done. Once you're at retirement age from football, it's over. You don't get to wear shirts anymore. It's time to be. Can we say that 40 is the time to grow up?
It should be a bit younger than that, I believe. I'm not 40 yet.
You don't say. You don't say.
Well, I don't have these because I work with a lot of man children, and no, like just by the time you hit 30, grow the fuck up. Like 40 is way too long.
And it's like for example, it's fine, you can support, like you can be cool with a player and all, but I mean, like some of these people are like diehards, like they are more towards the player than the club, and it's like, dude, relax, man. Because it's like, I understand when you're it sounds like I view Baba as my nephew. That's Yildiz's nickname. But I don't know, it's just like I've seen certain things where I just look at it and I'm like, holy hell, like how do you have like certain pages now on Twitter or X or whatever the hell where it's just like dedicated to a player or just dedicated to a thing, and it's just like
That's the weirdest. That's the weirdest level that it ever gets to. I mean,
yeah,
it's acceptable. It's acceptable if you're just older and you're like, you know what, I'm comfortable with where I'm at in my life. I'm gonna wear the jersey of this player because I like him. I don't care that he's younger. I mean, okay, fine. We're gonna pretend that men don't cry for the achievements of these young guys. You know, they boo them. They boo them. They yell horrific shit at them. Like it matters. Like it really matters. Really ultimately matters. It matters to you in that moment, and you're supposed to feel that moment. It's simulating war is all it is. It's building you up to feel like this is my side. How dare you? How dare you come up? How dare you pull for the other team? This is my color.
But then,
but
this
again,
is why I love sports, because you're allowed to be irrational for a little bit.
Sure.
For a little bit.
Right. And the point is, it's okay to do that. The young guys aren't going to be weirded out by it, dude. They're all just like, yeah, this is awesome. People have my jersey. They're not like, oh, that guy's weird. They know the deal, dude. They know the fucking deal. They understand that when they're in the stadium, you will have old men with jobs who will just, yeah, you're the man. Thank you. You know, kind of the best part, dude. Just having other men idolize you. It's almost better than just having
But like for example, like I am 100% with Sal, right? Like respecting is one thing, but like simping just cringes the hell out of me, right? Like I just think that's super cringe.
Yeah,
in the herd, dude. No, we're in agreement.
And
let the mosquitoes loose.
Telesso says, I shed a tear watching the Chiellini retirement when Dybala started crying. It got to me. No homo. We say pause nowadays. We've retired the word no homo. It is pause. German Dave says players like him get on my
milk.
Nope. Players like him get on my nerves. The only reason I didn't explode on Dusan is because he bleeds for the badge in fights and doesn't throw a temper tantrum. KB says, in essence, footballism is like tribalism.
Yeah.
LJJ says, I have never watched a game with Ronaldo playing since he moved to Saudi.
Yeah,
Same.
Nobody has.
But the problem is, like,
outside out of mind, making money. Just it's in the psyche though. It's in the back of your mind. Saudi good. Saudi good. Big Saudi vacation. Saudi Ronaldo. Saudi yes. Saudi hospitality.
Saudi good.
That's all it is. That's all it is, dude. You just got to speak like Borat about Saudi in your head. Say Saudi good. Very nice. That's it. That's all you got to do.
And
if you're doing that, you're doing what you're supposed to do as the consumer.
Oh, for sure.
That is their goal.
I think that's kind of where I have my irritant with the whole Messi and Ronaldo thing. Like both of those guys are not in Europe anymore. Can we just let them just ease off into retirement with how people?
No, never, bro. It's dude, brother. It's a new religion, bro.
Oh, yeah, like MLS is selling out tickets now.
You never abandon the Lord, dude. Never.
Like that's just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, people. This is true. You can like Messi or Ronaldo, but everyone hates the fanboys.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
All right, so there was one last thing that I don't know. Do we want to talk about Henderson?
We can. You want to? I think I have it.
And then we'll end it on this point because we're hitting 2 hours.
Yeah, I just
not coming.
No, there's he made a video of him trying to leave Saudi. I gotta find it. I fucking forgot. I had
a video of him trying to escape Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just another one of them. And Vlad, because I don't know where he put it in not the Wednesday show. So of course, this is the problem, guys. Put this stuff in the Wednesday show.
It's here. I got it.
He's signed for Ajax, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
He did, yeah.
So what's the deal? What do we got to worry about? We just gotta react to the insanity of how he left Saudi. Was it that black?
It's how he was forced to apologize to the LGBTQ community for letting them down for going to Saudi in the first place.
So here we go. Got the clip.
that was my decision, and I apologise for that. That was never my intention. But I just want to look forward now and concentrate on being the best player I can be for Ajax. Listen, I said 6 months ago that if I offended anybody or if people felt as though I let them down, then I apologise for that, and I'll apologise again. But as I said before, my beliefs have never changed, never will. And again, I can only apologise if people do feel let down. But
I can only apologize that I tried to go for that stupid money. Unfortunately, they won't pay me for it anymore, and life is horrible. Nobody understands Steven Gerrard when he speaks. Scouse, I got to get the fuck out of here and abandon ship. I'm going back to England. I'm hoping to God that I could maybe at some point play for the national team again, which is run by the FA, whose women's team, half of whom are gay, are winning more than we are. So, yeah, I apologize.
That was a pretty good summary.
You know? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is fucking child's play, dude. Tinfoil hat, dude. It ain't a fucking conspiracy when you just know what's going on. You just
no. This isn't conspiracy. It's just more like, again, it's we're demanding it, on the same level of how we like simp for certain players. Why is it that we demand he has to apologize for a whole subsection of the community?
Gareth Southgate made him do it, bro. Gareth Southgate's an ally, bro. You didn't know? Gareth Southgate told him, mate, you'll probably be a good look, you know. Bro, I don't know if you know this about the England national team, but Gareth Southgate, before every match, leads seances where they just talk about their how either
erectile dysfunction.
No, the white players all just apologize for being white, and the black players all talk about a time they were oppressed. And Gareth Southgate says, lads, we're bonding. This is us coming together to usurp racism. Now, when you get out there, I want you all to take a knee. We're still doing that in 2024. Take a knee. Just remember, we're good people. We're good people. And I'm going to be the one in the press conference to wear my fucking suit. I'm going to wear my suit, dude, my three-piece suit. It's nice, dude, because I look like your dad, but I sound like I care. I sound like I care, dude. It's not right. We got to make it right. We're always worried about making it right, doing the right thing, because that's what everyone in England cares about. The people that love the English national team the most, they're the ones who want you to do what's right, always, morally, for the fucking, what's it called? Intersectional hierarchy. That's what they want. The people with the cross of St. George who downed 17 pints of lager before beating each other up for being in the town next over. Calling him a fucking wog because he's got black hair. His name's George Sullivan. Oh, you wog, I don't trust you. I don't trust you one bit, mate. I reckon Gareth Southgate's a poof. He's a disgrace to the national team. Harry Kane is the best striker in the world. I just wish he would stop doing that gay shit before the games, yeah. Taking a knee. They're never going to win anything as long as I'm alive. Never. Will not happen. Will not happen. David Beckham is going to go to his grave having seen England win fucking nothing. And that makes me so happy. Nothing. You understand? You understand, dude? He's still going to be involved in the game. Yeah, I like football. Yeah. Well, Victoria and the kids were watching football. And you know, I miss putting on that England shirt, right? And I'm a good person. And just when people see me, they think that's a good English bloke. Yeah. I'm losing the Beckham accent, but you get it. I'm a good English bloke. And when they win when they make the final next time, I'll be there. I'll be there because, you know, it's kind of my trophy, right? Like, I scored that free kick against Greece, and I've got this beautiful family now, and I reckon I deserve to touch the World Cup. And then it won't, you know, they'll lose poetically, you know, to a Brazil team full of guys whose fathers did time and just got out of jail with tattoos, wearing like basketball shorts in a country that doesn't play basketball with their shirts out, fucking just drinking beer and cutting picanha all the time. Like those are the men that will have raised these guys in the final. Meanwhile, everyone in England's going to be named Mason and Kyle, and every single fucking guy raised by, people that actually care about England. Not that I like those guys, not that I have any real respect for those guys, but the guys that would die for the flag, I mean, the guys raised by the fucking parents who would die for the flag, they're not even going to be allowed in the team anymore. They're going to be phased out. They're going to be phased into MMA. You understand? The only guys that are going to play football in England are going to be guys who go along with the narrative that take a knee and say, my views have never changed. Unfortunately, I didn't get any money there, so I'm going to throw them under the bus now. Yeah.
I think
England.
he's calling your accent Jason Statham-esque. Is that right?
You know, Jason Statham has a clause in his contract that he can't lose any fight in a movie that he's in.
Really?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Oh, dude. Guys, my father-in-law's calling me. I got to call him back. It is the rule. It is customary. I mean, I am kind of,
Oh, you're still
hanky with his daughter. It is what it is. I hold the call back.
He's sitting there. He's like, "What the fuck's Sam doing? He hasn't answered the phone in 3 or 4
I kiss her on the
hours."
shoulder. It's only right that I answer his calls.
No, of course.
I appreciate you guys letting me do this, man. This was a lot of fun. I'm sorry it was a little chaotic in the beginning. I'm gonna listen back to this, dude, and I'm gonna lose my mind at the the frenetic nature of how in the beginning, just you guys were throwing questions at me. I wasn't answering any of them, but then I just got tired and calmed down. I just burnt myself out like a toddler.
Sam, it's okay. Sam, we do this show every week. You are more than welcome to stop by whenever you can on Wednesdays to come in and lollygag. Dude, you're good.
You guys are doing great stuff, gentlemen. Please don't stop. I think people enjoy it. It's great. As I always say about my pod, which you can check out on YouTube as well.
Absolutely,
it's a humble listenership. It's a humble listenership, but you have fun doing it, and that's what keeps you going. I think
Reno wants you now. You're getting requests.
What's up?
Reno wants you on his show. You're getting requests.
Hi, Reno. Yeah, DM me, dude.
Show with Reno Z.
Fucking A.
Zed,
Reno,
you have to say Zed.
Zed.
Reno
Zed. Yeah, that's from
dude. I'm gonna go on a fucking live stream with a guy named Reno. It's crazy. He's gonna be fucking worse at handling the camera than me. Bro, hold on. I gotta just bro, you hear me, bro? Yeah, bro, hang on. I think I hear you on the TV. Hang on.
Oh man. Okay, well, yeah, you got to call your father-in-law for very important reasons. So, on that note, we will sign off. We will kill this.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for his blessing to suck his daughter's toes this weekend.
Oh, you're moving on to that. Nice.
Hey man, Sam, there's a business on Feet Finder, man. You say that jokingly, but hey,
brother,
toes are the move.
Brother, I wax my legs. I get pedicures. Unfortunately, though, I don't think I haven't thought about it, but unfortunately, I had a horrific Best Buy accident last year, and I'm scarred to the gills. So I'm not comfortable with the type of people that I would attract on Feet Finder, unfortunately. I'm just knowing that they're like seeing me for all my imperfections and being like, dude, this is not, I can't in good faith have conversations with this guy and pretend to be a woman. Knowing you're like deeply scarred women. Dude, I'll pull off my sock. You want to see, dude? The nails are fine. It's just, I'll show you the knee. It's
a trailer.
Dude,
there we go. It's a preview.
Oh,
it's just, there's like a couple of those guys on the top of the foot, dude. I was wearing slides. I was wearing fucking flip-flops. I was wearing chabans on a fucking Vespa in Campania. I flipped it.
From that?
Yeah. A year and a half ago.
You know, that's actually a good teaser because like he could show like the little bruises on his knees and it'll get people like, whoa, this person's on their knees a lot.
One more. I'll take off my sock for $79.99 a month.
Plot twist, I'm a guy.
Fuck, dude.
Okay, I'm
respect, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
and,
I typed in.
Thanks for doing what you guys do.
The Bordello. Check it out. There it is on the screen. If you need help spelling it or finding it, You're on everything, right? TikTok,
Yeah,
Instagram.
I'm on everything. I'm Sam Adamo. Check out the Turin Giants merch. Farhad does a great job with that. Turin Giants podcast is excellent too. I don't know when they're recording another one, but that was one of the last ones.
Nobody knows.
Nobody
Yeah,
knows.
no one knows. That's the thing, right? Am I still on the last one? Do I still have the latest episode? Is that one still out from a week ago?
That's the latest stuff.
Going to be the monthly installment of the pod. Well, no,
Bi-monthly.
Farhad does a good job when he
Remembers to record.
when he's able to rub two fucking stones together and get a power source. There's always an issue with that guy. I feel like I'm killing with the two guys on the stream because they're the only two that are in the fucking Turin Giants WhatsApp group chat. But I mean, you know. Yeah, dude, it's devastating. We were supposed to do this episode of this like cool segment he wanted to do with me and Zach Stugats. And I said, sure, I'll do it. I think we postponed it like 3 times. And there's always like some tragic circumstance that comes up that just prevents it from happening.
He can't.
Like his kid ate his charger. He was like chewing through the wires.
What?
His kid's a menace, dude. His kid's a menace. He scores goals. He does the Dybala mask. He's chewing through wires, dude. That kid's going places. Gotta get him into some jiu-jitsu classes right now.
Oh man! And Dave's saying good job finishing the episodes since Chicago ran out of power. And
everybody was saying, dude, they're like Sam was hands down the best part of that podcast episode.
I like that Sil Giovanni is actually showing his face now. That's what I think the best part of any episode that he's on is now. Is that was redundant. He's on his now. But yeah, when Giovanni's on a pod now and he just shows his face, dude, it makes me so happy. He used to be so weird, dude. We would do Zoom podcasts as if that isn't interpersonal enough.
Yeah.
Or impersonal enough, excuse me. And he would just be black, dude. He would just have a black screen. He just have a black screen. We'd all just be staring there quiet on mute. And there'd just be this dude, have you seen this? Yeah, I think Juventus in Gazzetta they were saying that Paratici's gotta go. Like it was like, dude.
Yeah, could you just like imagine that? And then, like, for example, with Farhad, he's just like, "Oh my god, wow!" So, guys, like, just those two together.
They definitely need more.
We had a couple of the bro. Yeah, I think Rab shows his face now. He didn't used to, bro.
No,
bro. There were times when like Farhad was just alone on a Zoom call with like 2 guys who just wouldn't want to show their face. He's like, "We got to get this on YouTube. We got to get more people to watch this." Fucking one button took away from it being like just a straight audio upload of a podcast onto YouTube.
I know. Well, they were using Riverdale for like the longest time ever before they're like, "What do you guys use?" StreamYard.
Peasantry.
Riverside. Riverdale's that shitty
Canadian show. That's right. See, I don't even care about it.
Also, a high school in Pierrefonds near my place where I fucking almost tore my ACL this summer.
That's true, and it is right by you.
The best Jamaican restaurant in all of Eastern Canada is there. They have no door. They serve you out of a window. There's always a van on the front.
Oh yeah, those are the best.
They call you a bumba clap.
Yeah.
No, dude, they don't fucking say anything, dude. They just say they just say here you go. That's it. That's all they say.
Oh yeah, no, I got your
on the phone. On the phone, you say, yeah, how long? And they go, maybe 20, 30. You go, yeah, okay, I'll be there in 30 minutes. Yeah, I'll make it 45. Hang up.
Yeah, it always takes longer.
All they do. Yeah, but they'll tell you. But that's the only interaction you have with them. It almost makes it better, you know? No chewing the fat, dude. No cinematic fucking opera. Dude, you go to Salt Bay, some guy who's not Salt Bay behaving like Salt Bay. Because here's the thing. You go to one of Salt Bay's restaurants, I don't recommend doing this. Do it at your own peril. Because you will lose pride in your your pride takes a major hit. You go to
you have a guy putting meat in your girl's mouth.
That's fine. That's tasteful. Kind of. Because it's in Mykonos and it's in places where it's whatever. It's on brand. But there's like wait staffs of like 12 guys. Salt Bay can only be in one place at once. There are 12 restaurants around the world. Each one has 12 fucking waiters. There's like 100 to 200 waiters working at any given night. None of them are Salt Bay, but they're all doing the fucking. I'm gonna act it out with mascot. They're all this kind of get into the groove, right? It's nuts. Fuck that, dude. Don't talk to me. Tell me it'll be 45 minutes. Give me my food and let me go eat it in my car. Like a gentleman.
Yeah, $200 for a fucking 2-ounce steak.
Fuck that noise.
Those are nightmares.
You know that guy's been outed for like being a fraud when it comes to like food quality.
Bro, you're gonna tell me that my boy Salt Bay, who's got pictures of him petting a cat like the Godfather in every one of his restaurants, isn't all that concerned about the quality of the meat?
I'm dead serious.
I
Like
mean,
they've had people go out and like look into it and they like put it out there.
but it's a GMO. It's a GMO fucking thing growing in a lab. It's
Well, they're
fucking
saying like his cooks are terrible. Like the food quality is terrible as far as like because you're paying like $1,000 for a gold colored steak, and it's like steak that you get from your random Rogers supermarket.
Listen, the people that go there aren't going for.
No, they're going.
I'm pretty sure they don't know what the word.
They're going because they're
means.
brain dead. They're going because they're brain dead.
Yeah, they're lobotomized. Like
they're going to get meat put in their mouth and other dribblings on their face. That's pretty much what it is.
Sounds legit. Sign me up. Where do I go?
Yeah, man. I got to expand on that more. That's one of the craziest it's one of the craziest restaurant experiments that's ever been. Like truly, you have people that are so stupid rich that'll go there that are just, here's the thing, it's all rich people that are dumb. Rappers, they're creatively smart, but Obama Yang, footballers. Yeah, bro. They're just guys whose whole life was, yes, my brother. Yes, my brother. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Your whole life, yes, my brother. Yes, my brother.
Pretty much,
yeah.
You just go there.
Yes, my brother. They do this. My brother. That's the whole thing. That's the whole business model. Is you have guys who legions of men watch on TV who are rich, who go to this guy to eat gold steak because it's a drop in the bucket to them. Obviously, they're not smart with their money. If they were, they wouldn't,
be there.
They wouldn't be going there in the first place. But you'll never catch the real life cast of Succession going there, right?
Yeah.
So you have those guys, and then you have guys who are on vacation who are like just laborers. You just have these like fucking guys who are like roofers in England who just save up to go to Magaluf, and they're like they'll go to Salt Bay's restaurant because it's where the footballers go. All these guys who just fucking have like hand tattoos and neck tattoos, and they just they lay drywall. Like, but they budget for it. You understand? It's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, they budget just to get Spaghetti in their mouth, in a sense. Right, Dave?
I had like Spaghetti in my mouth that I couldn't get started out. I had Spaghetti in my mouth.
That's one of my favorite bits.
You guys are really.
You need context for that, though.
You do need context.
We had this thing last year.
I came on the fucking channel. You guys are doing ones and twos now.
Well, yeah, because come on, Sam. Like the amount of hours we put into this, you'd think we'd learn a thing or two.
Guys, brother, there's only one thing that matters. All right. Remember this.
He's like, guys. There's only one thing that matters.
He came back. All right.
He came back.
Damn, dude. That's how fucking tech inept I am. That was crazy. That was an insane cliffhanger. I was just gonna say to
You gave me blue balls.
One thing and one thing only, boys. Love to you both. I'm about to dip out after this, okay? Because this is never gonna end. Otherwise, we're fucking pussyfooting here. Do what you gotta do. If you don't let me know what you do. Thanks for having me on. Much love to you both. One thing and one thing only, okay? Calcio. His life. Got the one.
Love it.
We love you, Sam.
Peace.
Thanks for coming.
Oh man! All right. Well,
I'm rolling the music.
Roll the music. Let's cut this bad boy out. Alrighty, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Tinfoil Hat Show. We were a little bit all over the place. We'll get back to more Juve-focused content going into the weekend. Because when you have Sam, you gotta let Sam cook, right? When you have a stand-up comedian, you let the stand-up comedian cook. So, to the people that weren't really happy with, it being super Juve-centric, tough. It's a Tinfoil Hat Show, guys. We have fun here. If we kind of give you all the stats and stuff, it gets boring. So, have some spice in life. Do what Doosan did.
We'll give you stats, just not today.
Yeah, we'll give you the stats. That's what Friday's for. And if you're still mad, just go get yourself a Vanya and relieve some stress. But anyways, guys, we will see going into Friday, where we will preview Empoli, talk about the referees, talk about some other baloney, and get from that. And then we'll have the watch along, the Saturday night call-in show. And then also, I just wanted to shout this out. You guys have made the Day After Lecce the most viewed pre-recorded Day After episode of all time. So kudos to all of you guys, because you might make us think about doing a little bit more on the pre-recorded market. So shout out to that. And again, obviously like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe to Sam at the Bordello as well, because, you know, our friends are Sam's friends and Sam's friends are our friends. And on that note, Dave,
Yeah,
we'll see them Friday.
If I could turn this off, Alan is really trying to make out with me right now. It's getting kind of weird. See you guys on Friday. Thanks for joining.